Once again, we are now back. The Judgment Day, the third day and the final day for.
Really so excited for it.
There's a team that I really want to know if they will make it to the top one or probably hold on to their current spot. That is, of course, RGC Tranquility. From yesterday, I only remember they were at the seventh spot. Now, currently holding the number two spot, and I'm just excited on on which spot they're gonna end today. And if they actually do maintain that tempo the same with yesterday, then probably they could surpass and be the number one spot holder.
Yeah, there's a possibility. There's a possibility, especially since TTS has such great members, great players. And so, if they have really good games, maybe if they got like almost 20 points or even more than 20 points each map, then there's really a possibility that they'd put so much points and then eventually put such a huge gap against themselves and the rest of the squads vying for that championship. And then maybe they could clinch the first place. That's really a huge possibility as well. But on the other hand, there's also a lot of teams that have so much potential. And so, it's just something that you'll have to wait and see later on as to, who gets the momentum and who gets a lot of points in these next few maps.
For now, we'll be probably expecting a fast match, especially that the circle was just occupying half of that was occupying the sea, the ocean, and only just a little bit. Probably about 60% of that circle was the main island, but also Sanhok, a very small map. So we could actually see a very fast warm up game right here before all of these teams. But yeah, for now, nothing will be happening. I'm not to be just looting and just gathering up stuff. And yeah, at that point, it's just that.
Yeah, the usual programming of our Sanhok map. Surprisingly, I only see one death. It would be one member from Neon. And of that's gonna be great. As you said, Sanhok is top map. Then again, this is gonna be the map or do that's gonna be their last small map. Chico on getting those loots, getting then later on circle. You don't need Vico bullshit basically. Much it's so we're just gonna heal until the
It's just gonna be a very could be a good warm up for all of these teams. But nevertheless, it's gonna be good for all of them. They will have five more chances after this game.
yeah, so this is their first chance out of six for tonight. And of course, this is the last day. In the past few days, in the past 2 days, to be exact, I kept saying, no pressure. There's still a lot of maps to go on. But now we can't say the same thing. This is the last six chances for these teams. So they gotta give it their all. They gotta get the most amount of points that they can get. And of course, If you're already in the top teams, then your goal right now is to stay consistent. Yep, he's gone. You gotta stay consistent, and basically, put a lot of gap points in between you and the other teams. And if you are in the lower part of the teams, then you definitely gotta get as much elimination points, as much placement points as much as possible. And then, of course, increase your survivability by trying your best to be smart about engaging and just picking which fights you should take and which fights you should probably wait out first.
Yeah, exactly. And with that, I think the 5 matches later on will be very crucial. There will be a lot of teams that will try their best to be a part of the top five, or maybe the top four, just to really make sure that they can make it to the land event. Because aside from the prizes here for season four, then they also have the chance to be a part of that land event, and it's just gonna be a lot of excitement. And it's really a good thing that if you don't win really a lot on this season 4 tournament, still you will have a chance on the LAN event. And I think that's what the other teams are aiming for, especially to those that um probably already spots those few teams that would be making it to the grand prize, the second place, everything else. So yeah, they will probably just wait for that placement and just uh try to fight it back once again for the LAN event.
Yeah, funny you should mention the LAN event because this is actually the last season as well to qualify for that LAN event. And look at here, we can see the screen. Too Easy's actually in trouble. Two people needing that revive, and actually Chubby gets finished off just now, and Solid 69 goes down as well. And so it's all up to one last person on the side. Too Easy. Manko going down, however, gets shot at from a distance. And now LHC, only one player left, although they have the opportunity to revive Mighty. We'll just have to wait and see what the fate of LHC is gonna be, because they are outside of the circle, and so they're gonna lose a lot of health real quickly. And so with a blink of an eye, Mike, we're down to 15 teams. Actually, we're still in 15 teams, and now we're down to 51 players left standing.
Yeah, Velocity 9 also spotting a few kills right there with 2 points to their name. Right here, High is still looking out for LHC. Still, almost 8 minutes into the game, but no major eliminations yet. There have been a lot of casualties, but that's just gonna be it. TPT from Velocity 9 also finds kill for their team, another point, and there we go. I think it's gonna be an elimination for LHC right here if they're not being careful. Especially the last member is, I mean, they only have the last member standing, and the rest of Velocity 9 are just gunning him down. So with this, if LHC gets eliminated right here very early, then they would have less chance to hold on to their current spots, and they really have to give it their all at this point. This is the final day, and aside from the prize for season 4, they also have to aim for that spot that they will get for the LAN event.
Yeah, that's something that they should put into mind as well. Qualifying for the LAN event. I mean, if you get the top spots in the rankings, of course you do get a chunk of the prize pool, but you can also get a chance to vie for the LAN event, which has its own prize pool of 100K, by the way. And so that's something to look forward to. Definitely something to look forward to. But for now, what these teams should really worry about is we don't want to get gate capped. They're already taking some damage from the circle. So, they gotta play it safe. As I said a while ago, survivability is something that they should worry about, especially since this is their last chance to get points for this grand finals.
Mm-hmm. And there we have it, the circle already showing as well onto the next stage. For now, it seems like half of these teams are still inside the danger zone. This will be very dangerous later on and very, very crucial. If they manage to get inside the play zone, they can really get spotted. It's just going to be very crucial at this moment. You have the last 6 games right here, and pretty sure all of these teams pretty much aware at that point. And yeah, well, here we have the first match for today already at the 10-minute mark, and we could be expecting a lot of engagements later on. But for now, it seems like they'll be chilling. LHC will find a kill to their team right there. And it seems like Too Easy gets eliminated first before LHC. They're currently alive with their last member remaining. Still, the rest of the teams currently all good for them. With Club Leon's the last two members still very, very wounded right there. And it seems like for NG, they do find a kill to the team.
And now on screen, we saw NG versus GOAT. So very fun. NG and GOAT are both top teams so far for these 15 squads in this grand final. So that's something that we should look out for, especially NG. They still have their top one spot. They are pretty much, they have several points against them, against 2MS, but rather we can see Fender Turns trying to get some gunshots to connect against OG, and we can definitely see the binary guy. He's got a one elimination in hand, and so OG, for the rest of the members, they gotta go away from the crossfire because they're gonna get eliminated off one after the other if they don't play it safe, especially since they're down to their last two members. And so over here, Fen Returns, of course, life is about to lose their life, but once the rest of their members once the rest of Fen Returns goes ahead and gives him that revive, then he'll be up and running. But for now, they're just gonna have to get that opportunity rather. And speaking of opportunity, Righty over here trying to look for any potential eliminations. He's not gonna find any just yet though. Nothing's popping up into his scope.
And it does look like that Club Leons will be saying bye for now as they move on later with the last five matches. Playboy right here getting shot at, still pretty much alive at this point, but he has to be very, very aware on what's gonna happen next. Now we're getting killed right there from the side of Neon, and it does look like they will be pushing this one out. Exposing themselves could be very dangerous for them, especially that TTS is already looking at them at this direction, putting themselves out to be very, very dangerous. Now we still will find a kill on that one, very low on health, just going into fully heal before he goes into the fray. For now, the rest of the teammates with the high right here, the grenades going in, hoping to get Neon down behind that rock. But for now, they will be very, very careful as to not get a lot of collateral damage on their team. Still, the last man standing right here, trying to catch them off guard using that information, using the audio cues, but it does look like they will be eliminated, and that's gonna be Neon, the third team that's gonna be saying bye for now.
Taking a look at V9, they are on a roll. They already have 8 eliminations to their names, so that's really going well for them. And if they keep this up, they could potentially shoot themselves up all the way up the rankings. But over here, we're seeing TTS is in a little bit of trouble. They are getting gate kept, or rather, they are gatekeeping Velocity 9 from entering into the building. But Cloud, however, goes down by the hands of Naui. And that's a knock, but not a complete elimination just yet. But there we go. Playboy also takes Cloud down, actually completely eliminating them off. But Tranquility from a distance is also in trouble. You can see their last healthy player is down to half health and one needing that revive. And so whether or not they can find that revive and whether or not the last person standing could possibly go ahead and get that opportunity to revive their last player, it's not looking well because they're losing a lot of health. But over here, Smokey, the last person standing on TTS, will definitely have to play it safe because one more bullet, one last person down on their side, it's gonna be over for TTS. And look at here, Bum Bum gets knocked down, and Sherry, it's all up to Sherry actually to revive the rest of their members and potentially still keep them up and running in the game.
And it does look like they're caught in a pickle right here. The last member currently alive, it's gonna be Sherry. It's really gonna be risky right here. If they can win this against Optical Gamers, then they have a chance. But it does look like they're slowly eliminating the members from Go 2.0. Optical Gamers still on the move right here, but looking for the side of Fen Returns, looking pretty good, especially that they're all grouped up together. And really, I think they all have each other's backs. But for now, we'll be saying bye to LHC, as now also Concept will find a kill to their name, and looking by the kill feed right here. three members already gone from the side of Go 2.0, and it does look like the last member. It's all gonna be up to Sherry from this point forward, and going into the fray is still very very brave. I really applaud him for that, but it's really putting themselves out there, and it does look like Fan Returns could claim this skill to their name. The Molotov goes in, he gets burned alive, and now they will say bye as well. Fen returns, claiming that final opponent from the side of Go 2.0.
There you have it. Fender turns lynching 4 eliminations so far, and so that's good momentum to start with. But over here, Zeron, they're getting eaten up by that circle, and they are getting gate capped by Concept. And so Concept, they're also in trouble. Lots of reds going into their side. However, there's still 2 people standing. Manny trying to go with this 1 versus 1. And so far, that boulder is doing this thing behind the tree. Behind this tree, this is another person, and that will be a 2 versus 1. Manny, of course, outnumbered, will be going down, and now it's up to King to save the rest of his squad.
And now already saying bye here for a lot of members right here. Lons also getting killed to their name, and Concept right here still the last member currently alive. Very very risky right here, putting themselves out there while the last member is also leading that revive, but it will be too late, and it's just gonna be the last member for Concept. Back over here, Velocity 9 trying to fight back, but they will go by for now as they will go down. 2MS Esports just gonna be another win for them, and could probably live for a few more minutes as they revive their last teammate. Now TTS Esports also saying bye, and now down to the last 7 teams right here. 2MS Esports, they have the hut, but they only have 2 members. With STMZ, the other teams as well, currently with 1 member remaining. Tranquility will also be saying bye. That they will take the 7th spot for this match. Now the rest of these teams looking good for Lons, because they're all alive, to be followed by NG with 3 members, and currently holding the number 1 spot. 2MS as well with 2 members remaining, and Fan returns with the last 2 members. The other teams will remain with the last member. Now Thugs trying to fight back here, but they will be down as they get eliminated. 2MS Esports will say bye. 5 teams remaining. Lons up to the last member to try to fight to heal them up, but it's just gonna be too late. Concept already finishing them and taking them down, and now the rest of them, they really have a chance right here, especially with NG being the team with the most players alive. But it does look like Concept will get eliminated once and for all.
Yeah, there we have it. We're down to 3 last teams and 6 players remaining. That will be NG with 3 players, Fan with 2, and Zeron will 1. And of course, just from the numbers, it's NG that has the best prospects, especially since they do have that number 1 spot, and they are at number 1 for a reason. However, one person just gets eaten up by that play zone just now, and so we're down to 2 people on the side of NG. And so everyone's just crawling into the ground. We're in a bit of an open field kind of final moments in the Sandhawk map. And no one's being favored by that circle, so everyone's gonna have to rotate into the circle. And that's, of course, a risky move. And you can see just that. Everyone's very also carefully trying to get those shots in, especially Scythe gets 1 done from the side of NG. And so Lucy, it's all up to Lucy. Throws a grenade, tries to get that revenge kill against Scythe, but Scythe only takes some chip damage. And over there, Zeron is also at the distance, still has their life in their hands. And so Lucy's definitely trying to play it safe. He knows he's outnumbered by Fen returns. And over here, Fush is taking a lot of damage from that stage 8 circle. So for everyone involved so far in these final last minutes of this map, they gotta keep going and gotta keep getting that damage in the bag.
Lucid already getting spotted by the Fen returns right here, hoping to get him cornered, but it does look like he's very aware of that and trying to change his positions from time to time. He spots one, but he goes down. He will fail, shooting them down. Still currently alive with almost at least a half of HP remaining. Zeron, however, also playing it this one very very carefully. But this for Fen returns, they're just hunting down this last member for NG. Currently, the Zeron is very far away from them, so all eyes on the last member for SDMC. New generation, the guns go in, the shots trying to connect, but they won't be able to confirm that kill. Lucid, however, will go for that heal to try to buy some time for them. Still, it looks like Zeron is also on the move. He got spotted, and Fen returns will claim that kill. One of them will go down, and that's just gonna be a surprising winner chicken dinner from the side of SDMZ New Generation.
Yeah, not really that much of a surprise. Of course, NG. Who else better than NG to start their last day 3 of the grand finals? Of course, with 13 match points, total eliminations of 3, and total points of 127. They're basically putting so much gap between themselves and 2MS going in at the second rank. And so once again, congratulations to NG for a job well done. Of course, in the end, they did have the numbers advantage, and so that's just what really helped them towards those the last few minutes in the match. And so, taking a look at the team stats, of course, is Vasanthi, Aman rather, and Lucy. They all get one elimination each, and actually not that much damage. But the fact is, their survivability basically gave them 10 placement points, all just from staying alive, basically.
And it was really a surprising game for New Generation to pull it off. Imagine Fen Returns currently having the most members alive, and all he needed was just a little bit more time to finally get some to finally go for some repositioning. And when that last member from Fen Return showed up, he just went in, tried to eliminate him, and then it was just 1v1, and he was able to turn around that very quickly. And that's something that you can expect from the number one team to actually commit to it, and it's just gonna be making a lot of clutch plays. For now, here we have our MVP for this match. That's gonna be Naue from Velocity 9, which we've also seen him perform in this match, getting just a lot of kills, a lot of damage. But here we have it to be followed as well with the remaining top players. It's gonna be another member from Velocity 9. That's gonna be TPP. And then from Fen Returns as well with a binary name. And of course, live from the same team. And ending that with a side from Optical Gamers, that's gonna be Nanu.
Yeah, great job to these top players, especially V9 actually. You saw that before they got eliminated off, they actually got 11 whole points. And despite not getting any placement points, you can see that V9 actually gets the top 3 spot for this match. And coming in first is actually Fen Returns. 6 placement points and 7 eliminations, or the total of 13 points, tying with NG, who got that chicken dinner, and only 3 eliminations with 13 points. And so for the rest of the teams, you can see how much points they got from this match. And so, of course, for the teams that got a lot of points, that's a good start. Definitely a good start for this last decider day. But for those who haven't managed to get a lot of luck into getting points and to getting eliminations for the Sandhawk map, of course, they can try again. They still have 5 tries. They have 3 Erangel maps and 2 Miramar maps. And so, the night is young. The night is young. Definitely, you can see the overall rankings as well.
And yeah, there we have New Generation still keeping their current spot right now with 127 points, to be followed by 2MS Esports with 100 points. Lons Esports getting the third spot currently with 97, and RGC Tranquility following it up with 94. The rest, that's gonna be starting from 84 points and just down with 74 from 2 Easy Esports, Go 2.0, and the rest goes on. And here we can already see some of these teams are gonna be having a difficult time with climbing to try their best to go for the fifth spot. But yeah, it seems like the bar has been set. The standards have been very much clear right now, and it's just gonna be up to the remaining teams to try their best to make it out of here.
Yeah, so that's definitely what they should be watching out for. And so these teams, they have a good idea as to how they stand so far in this grand finals. They just saw the overall rankings, and so they know how hard to work. And so these are our top players, of course, Zeke 66 with 30 whole eliminations. That's 9 more eliminations than their top 2, which is Lonsis Luzum and TTS Cloud as well with 21 eliminations each. Coming in fourth is Najee from Lons with 18 eliminations. And of course, Tranquility's Titan coming in at 5 with 15 eliminations. These are your players that you keep seeing. You keep on seeing in the kill feed, just getting those knocks, getting those eliminations. And you can tell by the amount of damage that they do. They know how to aim their gun, and they know how to catch those eliminations in the bag and just get a lot of points. And speaking of lot of points, of course, we can see our match number 13. Chicken Dinner goes on to SDMZ's new generation with a total points of 13, starting off our decider day with their Chicken Dinner in our Sandhawk map. And of course, in a while, we will be moving on to match number 14, our first Erangel map out of 3. And of course, we will be looking forward to that. We will all be looking forward to our future 5 matches later on.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. 5 more matches before we give themselves the crown for the victory, and we'll be moving soon for the LAN event. But while we, of course, look forward to that, we'll be having a short break to move later to the Erangel matches.
Once again, we are back to the Maldives Championship Contender Series Season 4, Day 3, our decider day for this tournament, and in fact, the final day of our tournament. And so we just witnessed our first match, our first and last Sanhok map for today, rather. And so, with that, was the victory of SDMZ's NG, our current leader in the 15 teams that are participating for tonight. Once again, we are your casters. My name is Annie, and with me is Mike. Mike, what did you think so far?
Well, I think really New Generation has just shown all of these teams why they deserve to be the winner for this season 4 of Maldives Championship Contender Series. Now, for them, it will be really up to them. They have set the standards right here. They have already upped the stakes, and it does look like they will be challenged if they really want that title. But for now, New Generation will be keeping it as they keep on just stacking a lot of kills, a lot of placement points. And yeah, we'll move to the next 3 matches later on with Erangel currently starting right here. Still, just excited to see on how these will conclude.
Yeah, I'm also excited to see how this will all end up for these 15 teams. And so, of course, Rango, we can see a flight path. Hopefully, we can see some early game engagement because it doesn't leave a lot of room for these 15 teams to work at. And it's definitely gonna be a tight space, a tight fit for everyone, and there aren't a lot of choices, especially since a lot of these squads are choosing to land in the southern part of this flight path. And so this is gonna be quite fun. Once again, we can see TTS going in, trying to stay as far away as possible from the central part of the island, and everyone else is just taking their place. Everyone's just trying to land in their favorite drop off points. And you can see actually there's some potential for some early game engagements, and so that's something that we should keep an eye out for later on.
The circle being at the right part of the map also gives all of the teams a lot of space to breathe and a lot of room for later on. We can't probably, I'm predicting that the pacing of this game would be probably a little bit longer, especially that given with the circle that will be locking later on, it's really just giving a lot of freedom for all of these teams to fit through. And given that it's just the first game, first Erangel game, then they could be really just planning the rest from here on out. And yeah, I mean, of course, are reading a lot of patterns and movements from all of the enemies. But for now, they will be probably taking their time right here, especially that Erangel for this match has given them the opportunity to do so.
Yeah, exactly. And this is an opportunity for everyone else to get as much points as possible. Over here, it's between Lons Esports and Concept. So far, we see that Concept has lost one member from that skirmish, but it's not going to be over just yet. Lons Esports, Concept, they both know of each other's presence in this compound. And so they're just gonna have to keep on waiting for the right moment to strike. Because so far, it's Lons Esports that has the upper hand. They have the numbers advantage. And of course, actually, we can see even Shava over here. He only has a pistol in hand. So we can expect that these two teams, they don't have the opportunity just yet to go into the proper looting phase. And so everyone has not the best of guns. We can tell, we can actually see from their inventory, they don't have the best of arms just yet. And so if they ever take an engagement, they have to think about the amount of ammo that they have and the quality of their guns.
For now, Concept right here sharing this part of the map with another team that's, I believe that's gonna be Lons, currently holding the top three spot. And with Concept, really gives them a lot of challenge right here, because Concept currently holding the top 12, and with that, just challenging Lons right from the start could actually make it or break it for them, especially that Concept right here. If they manage to break the Lons right here as early as possible, then it's just gonna have a very difficult time for Lons to try to climb up to the number one spot. For now, however, this could be the make moment for Lons if they do manage to take down Concept, because it will just add a lot of points and could probably set them up for a lot of kills later on, as they're already heated up. But yeah, we won't be seeing an action for that. I think they're just being I think they're respecting each other's boundaries at that part of the map. So for now, looking at other perspectives, nothing will be happening just as much, and the rest of the team still on the looting phase.
Yeah, everyone's still in the looting phase, except of course for Lawns and Concept. They don't have a lot of freedom because any one movement and they'd be giving away information. For everyone else, though, they're a little bit lucky, especially for the teams that don't have anyone else within their area, within their drop off point. They're gonna just, go around, get as much loot as possible, get as much throwables, gears, ammo, guns as well. And of course, they will be taking those engagements later on. And now we're back to Concept and Alon's Esports. And so far, no progress whatsoever between these two teams. And so that's a good thing for them. They're not losing any players. But the bad thing about it is that there won't be any elimination points, any further, rather, elimination points if they keep this up. And so everyone's just trying to play it safe. Of course, this is their last day. They don't want to make any horrible decisions and they want to keep themselves surviving for as long as possible. But definitely that circle is gonna force them to move eventually. So that's something that we should, keep an eye out on for, because so far the circle hasn't force them to move just yet. It doesn't force them to make a move so far against each other. So, we're back to the waiting game, basically.
Now and the rest of Velocity 9 looking for a place to hide later on and to give them a little bit of an upper hand as they move to the later stages of the game. They do have a lot of vehicles to their to their team still, gives them a lot of freedom to go for spots, but for now it seems like other teams have been doing the same thing with Lons Esports right here, finally getting out of that spot and would not be risking that moment for concept. And yeah, I think for now they have spotted few enemies from here from the side of Neon, and Bako already ready for a few heads to pop out and could probably just kill them down. The grenade ready to deploy as well, but he will be exposing right here, trying to flank towards them. Lons already taking a few of them down, but he is to the rescue as they have taken them down. Two members still will be needing a lot of revive from their teammates right here, and it does look like another teammate will be helping him. Yaish, however, also ready to get into the scene as his teammate is also down. The Molotov goes in, hoping to get them down, and
Oh,
Shaba
wow.
just goes straight right in for the bullets. The shotgun goes in. He tries to show off, but he gets down and will be needing some help from his teammates. Yaish very ready as well with a Molotov, hoping to get them down. Another member from Lawns will be taking them down, and that's just gonna be the first team eliminated. That's Neon and Velocity 9 have joined into the party, eliminating and doing the cleanup as they have now taken down Lons, currently holding the number 14 spot in this game.
He's just going down to his own Molotov. That's quite unfortunate that Velocity 9 came in and basically became the third party to launch his esports supposed victory. And so that was just unfortunate timing, but for V9 at least they got one elimination from that situation. And so it's a good thing for V9, definitely not a good thing for Lons. However, they do walk away with 5 eliminations, so that's something really good going for them. And for the side of Neon, of course, that was quite unfortunate, but at least they had 2 eliminations from that situation. And so that's what happened so far. V9, they just swooped in and cleaned up the place, put some pressure on Lons Esports, and at least they got to deny Yaish's death from V9. And so that's one good thing. And for everyone else, it looks like there aren't any further engagements. We don't see anything coming up in the kill feed, but some people are taking damage. Speaking of taking damage, Aku put some bullets against Nawi, and so we can see a fourth party basically coming in this compound. There's something with this place. There's something about this building that's just attracting everyone, trying to get some violence in the bag. We can see Hai trying to get those bullets in, but so far 2 people down from the side of V9, not looking good. Cloud pushes in on the aggressive, trying to hunt them all down, and so with that peak, there's gonna be one less bullet, and that would be the end for V9 by the hands of TTS.
And yeah, there we go. V9 also getting cleaned up right there from by the hands of TTS Esports with 4 points to their team. Currently setting the motion and the movement right here and the pacing for all of these teams that could probably be preparing for a lot of engagements. But there we have it. 3 teams have already been eliminated. Tranquility as well, still in the house, just probably looking out for a few teams before they finally sense that it's just gonna be over and no teams are around them, and would probably go for the move as they get inside the play zone. For now, nothing will be happening. Less on the engagements and just prioritizing more on how they will hide this one out inside the play zone. For now, still the other teams have been doing the same thing. And a lot of teams, we have to notice as well that some of the teams haven't really made a move yet. With the new generation, probably didn't really spot a few enemies for now, so they won't be going in for the move. But yeah, the rest of the teams right here with Lons going down and with 5 points to their name very early, could be could be widening the gap right here against new generation.
Yeah, that's definitely something of a possibility, but that's something that we should look forward to as well. Because so far, NG, they haven't had their first elimination just yet. So just happened. But there we go. Anyways, after that flip of a car, NG's back in the running. They're gonna go ahead and try to rotate into a better position. And speaking of better position, we can see Zeron actually they have a high ground and they're rotating into this compound over here, trying to see if they can secure a location that's really good. But so far, they find the skirmish, they find the gunshots against them by the hands of Fen Returns. And so this is a potential engagement between the two. We can see Zeron only went in with 3 players at the start of the game. And so already with the numbers disadvantage, they gotta do something. They gotta pick off members of Fen Returns if they want a good chance against them during this engagement. We can see potential 1 versus 1 up this hill, and Thak M9 would be the one who would be losing their life to Life's Fen Returns.
And yeah, there we have it. Friend returns. At least they get a few members still up and running, and actually all of them pretty much alive. But that engagement right there, it gave them that 1 point. The rest of the teams, however, would be very much careful from here on out. But yeah, looking at most of these teams, looking pretty good for them. Except for Concept though, they lost one member, and with Zeron losing two for now, they'll be very careful once and for all right here. All of the teams I've pretty much respected the movement that they're facing right there. But Jumbo Fan will find one down. That's going to be Smokey from TTS Esports, confirming that kill as well and looking for more information before they can get in and before they can go for the elimination. So far, TTS Esports very much aware of this threat and they will be hiding from these bullets.
Yeah, and actually, Fen Returns, they have some kind of luck finding these engagements in the bag. So far, they have TTS on their crosshairs, and there's Concept nearby as well. And we can actually see, basically, there's some mess in here, and it's only stage 2, so this is gonna be really fun. FN returns against TTS. We can see over here we are at in the open with only this building just giving everyone some cover. And so Cloud very low on health. And Shafu needs that revive. So not looking good for TTS so far. Fen returns. They are gonna go push in. And Concept's just at the distance waiting for everyone to go down. Speaking of go down, we can see Saiti putting some bullets against TTS. This might be the end. This might be the end. Especially if Cloud gets taken down. They are half on health and Fu just finds. But however, it's Cloud that will be putting him on the dirt. And so Saiti is also at the distance. Cloud, the last person standing. How can he survive all of this, especially with so many different teams surrounding this area? And so, not looking good for Cloud, but still he's alive. He's taking a lot of damage by Jumbo from Fen Returns, however, but he survives. And so, we're back to the waiting period. Everyone's just resetting before any more bullets go around this house.
hmm And yes, the other teams right here back to the game to Easy Esports still looking for a place to hide, but it does look like Tranquility will end the team right there. Zeron will be saying bye once again for this match, and a lot of happenings right here. SDM's new generation racking up already another few kills to their name, but looking for the side of LHC trying to fight back here, but of course Fen returns will be eliminated. TTS Cloud still also ending, and the rest of TTS Esports giving that final end to Fen returns. For now, LHC with Goat right here shooting them down, hoping to get the shots right in, but that won't be enough just yet. Club Leons, however, with Whites claiming a kill from the side of Goat 2.0. The head pops out from the side of the new generation. Zeke66 gets spotted, and Goat will just take him down. Will be needing some revive. He gets distracted and he gets shot, but he still manages to fight back. The shots trying to connect, getting inside that vehicle, hoping to dodge them, but he will just stay chill for now, go for a little bit of a healing right there. And yeah, the rest of new generation, Zeke66 will be needing some back.
Yeah, and over here, Goat's trying to get those potential eliminations in the bag, but he won't be finding the damage that he needs just yet. And so LHC is down to their last 2 members. But however, they don't have any eliminations just yet. And so they have to work extra hard if they want to make the most out of this map. Especially since they're down to 2 members, they're gonna be in a lot of disadvantage looking at the leaderboards. Because a lot of squads, a lot of teams rather, they're still up with all 4 players standing in the roster. And so LHC, they have to think about their survivability as well. Because if one of them gets picked off and they don't get that revive in the bag, it's just gonna be a horrible, horrible situation for them. And speaking of situation, Go 2.0 finds a potential engagement. However, they're going in with that trigger discipline. They're not giving away any information just yet. But however, that other squad, they're just out in the open. Basically, target practice for Go 2.0 if they don't think about their strategy really soon.
And looking at the map right now, it seems like the circle has already shrunken and it will go later even more. All of the teams already making their way inside the circle, but along the way, these teams will also meet their end as they get greeted by a lot of teams. And currently, at this moment, there have been a lot of teams that they're just recognizing each other's presence, respecting their boundaries, and they would not be probably risking this one too early as we're still heading on to 16 minutes and actually almost 17-minute mark, and currently 10 teams alive. So with that, they're just being very careful right now as to not get eliminated very early.
Yeah, you have to think about not getting eliminated, especially in this situation. This is your fifth to the last chance of getting any points, and with that, concept rather taking down a member of 2MS. So that's not looking good for 2MS right now, especially since they need as much members as possible. There's a lot going on within this area. It's still stage 4 of the circle, so this is unusual, but I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it. I'm here for the potential eliminations. This is between Concept and 2MS so far. It's 2MS that will be losing their place in this map, and with that, by the hands of Concept, 2MS completely gets wiped off from the map.
And there we have it, TTS Esports with the 7 kills to their name, hoping to get them down from the side of Club Leons. The Whites getting hit by that grenade. He goes down, Titan. However, also the rest with the team from TTS Esports still will be waiting for their elimination. For now, Joker will be trying their best to revive them, still preparing for that. The grenade goes in once again, hoping to get them down. But TTS Esports will be taking it very calmly for now, not to get really aggressive, especially that he's just the last member remaining with Cloud right here, getting spotted, getting down, and that's just gonna be a pure elimination from the side of TTS Esports.
And they go down with 7 eliminations, however, so that's what's going good for them. However, they don't get any placement points, and so that's what's not good at that situation, especially for TTS. But they did get a decent amount of points from that situation and from this map, in fact. And so, they can try again in the next map, but so far they have a good momentum going, and we're hoping to see some good points going in on the leaderboards for everyone involved. But for now, we can see actually lots of things happening in this quite a small map. And Club Leons, they are in trouble. They are taking a bunch of damage from someone from another squad, rather bombarding them. And over here, Go 2.0, I'm not betting on their positioning because they're out in the open. However, they might have just rotated in the area quite recently, and so they don't have the location's advantage. However, what they can do right now is push in to this area, try to get aggressive and get some of these potential eliminations, potential engagements in the bag. And they have a lot of squads to choose from because everyone's just basically here. We are in a stage 5 circle. We are down to 8 teams, and slowly and surely Concept over here is in trouble. We're down to 1 member of Concept, and so if Go 2.0 manages to get that last member, this might be the end for Concept.
And it could be really. But for now, we will be taking the time to watch other teams as well. Optical Gamers getting a kill. That's getting Pacific 69 from 2 Easy Esports. One of your members already down. And Ride also spots one from the side of RGC Tranquility. And it does look like Optical Gamers are just getting a lot of damage right here from all of these teams. We'll be waiting for the revive as well to those that got hit by their grenades. For now, Nanu will just be getting some information before they can confirm that. Now they're already aware that there's a team just lurking at that area, but for now we'll be regrouping with the rest of Optical Gamers. Still a lot of teams right here, 8 teams in in this cramped space, and just a lot of houses that they can go for cover, so it will really give them a lot of time. But if they do get hit by the grenade, then they will go down. For now, the rest of Code 2.0 with three members alive, looking well, looking sharp to actually spot some fewer enemies. But Jyoti from Club Leons will get taken down by Bum Bum from Goat 2.0. Sherry is still on the lookout for whichever other teams that will be away from them. He will be on the lookout and going in for the rescue.
Yeah, and looks like it's not over just yet. However, it's a little bit quiet in the kill feed. Everyone's just trying to take into position, trying to play it safe. Especially in this situation, it's quite a small circle, and there's still 25 people left standing. And surprisingly, Club Leons they took a lot of damage, but they're all still alive. And over here, an off-screen kill, OG finds one, gets Bum Bum down on the ground, and everyone's just having at it against each other, even tranquilities against Too Easy. So Kevin Ho, grenades out. Will it hit anyone? So far, no one's taking the damage that they need. And over here, Tranquility, they have control over this building. Three eliminations to their name already, and of course they're looking for their fourth, potentially any kind of elimination at this rate. Because everyone's just here, and so
Go
NG
down.
66 goes down by his own
Again.
grenade. And so, how will this fare for NG? With one player down, they have to get that revive in the bag. And speaking of down, LHC will be seeing their ad. But Go 2.0, they are in trouble. They're getting sprayed at. Club Leons is also taking a lot of damage. But so far, they're doing well in terms of survivability. But how long can they hold out at this rate?
Six teams down, and will be nearing to the end of match number 14. The rest of these teams right here pretty much doing their best to stay up top. Concept will be going down, five teams remaining. Upkill Gamers waiting for that revive, making sure that the space is clear. Spots one and just be connecting the shots right there. Shoti will get the kill of the side of New Generation. From Rydey, back to Rydey's perspective right here. He will spot one, but again, just waiting to confirm that kill. Abe from Optical Gamers will also get eliminated by Titan from Tranquility, and it's just gonna be a lot of difficulty from here on out. The rest of Optical Gamers pretty much alive with three members remaining. Club Leons also alive with four, and the same goes for New Generation, which is currently holding the top one spot. Too Easy Esports down with one, and OG go down with two members. Titan on the move, eliminating them one by one. Riley going down, and Nano just waiting and trying their best to make it out of here alive. Two members still alive from them, and while Riley and Abby was gone, it will be pretty much up to them. They'll probably just prioritize the placement points. Here, Solid 69 from Too Easy Esports spots them and just goes in for the attack. The Joker spots him, however, going in for the shots and eliminating Too Easy Esports once and for all for this match. Now, four teams down. Optical Gamers still alive with the last member remaining. The grenades are going in for the side of New Generation. Aman 24 hoping to get them down before they can go in for the aggression.
Not gonna lie, I thought Too Easy had it in the bag. They had a pincher attack against Club Leons, and once again, Club Leons showcased their survivability, and so far Donnie's not. However, he takes damage from that grenade, goes down, needs that revive, but it's not a finisher just yet. So Tranquility, they're doing quite well. They have 6 eliminations to their names, and Leon is down to 2 players, but they do have 5 eliminations to their name. Tranquility is not doing well, however. They're getting taken down by NG from a distance, and so far NG is doing well. They all have their complete roster, and so they have the numbers advantage. Tranquility not doing well. Everyone's basically low on health, but they managed to get that healing in the bag, get that reset, and so 1 versus 1 in this staircase. They surprise each other, but it would be Infinity who would be winning that, and with that an elimination, OG will be seeing their end for now, but it's not over just yet. Definitely not over just yet. Molotov's coming in, burning the grass. Ivan Titi will have to keep moving, losing a lot of health with that play zone. And with that, that's actually the end of Tranquility.
And now down to the last two teams, New Generation versus Club Leons, who will maintain to the top, who will get the chicken dinner for game number 2. Game number 1 a while ago in the side of New Generation we could be seeing this once again for New Generation to get the second chicken dinner, but Club Leons will be meeting their demise with just the grenades were going through the smoke, and he was just unprepared for that, and with that ends match number 14 in the side of once again to New Generation.
NG basically just proving to everyone why they're still at the top one after how many matches. And of course, they still managed to secure their number one spot. They haven't lost it just yet. And so, once again, total eliminations of 10. Definitely an improvement from that previous Sandhawk map. But still, 10 placement points is a lot. 10 placement points is definitely a lot. That's basically 10 kills just from surviving. And so we can see the team stats. 5 eliminations coming in from the side of Lucy 10. And of course, 3 eliminations from Vasanti, 2 from Aman, and Zeke66 hasn't had a lot of luck. However, he did put 388 damage against their opponents. And of course, Lucy over here with 616. Decent amount of numbers, decent amount of damage coming in from these individual members. And so we're all for it. We're all for the consistency that SDMZ NG is showing all of us during this finals.
And yeah, there we have it. Match number 14. The summary: almost 9,000 total healings, still 62 knockouts, 53 eliminations, 31 assists, and 6 grenade eliminations. We just saw that there was a lot of grenades going in and taking a few more lives, that actually 6 lives. And yeah, there we have it. The MVP for this match, that would be from Club Leons with Joker. 5 eliminations and 627 damage, 3 knockouts and 281 healing. Yes, for these teams right here, it really shows that if they're also trying their best right here, but they will need to do more if they want this current spot, if they want the number one spot. But yeah, it seems like the gap is just really widening from the side of New Generation.
Yeah, the new generations showing a lot of consistency on their part. And of course, we can see the top players for match number 14, Leon's Joker, of course, with the number one, as we saw a while ago. Number two, however, would be Lucy with 5 eliminations. Number three is Cloud with 5 as well. Ivan Titi and Dani from the side of Tranquility, each having 3 eliminations to their name and with only a 20-point difference in their damage. So once again, these are your match 14 top players, and for a reason too. Joker just having so much damage done with 5 eliminations on the side of Club Leons. And of course, we can see that these are our match rankings. NG, of course, with that chicken dinner totaling to 20 points with their 10 eliminations, and second is Tranquility with 14, a huge gap from the 20 points of NG. And so third is actually Leon's with 12. They do have 6 eliminations, and so that's a great performance from the previous game. TTS, they don't have any placement points, but however, they still managed to get fourth place with their 7 eliminations. And so, of course, this was their second chance for today. That was their fifth to the last chance of getting any points for this grand finals. And so we can see, more or less how these teams stand and how much effort they will have to put in the future in order to possibly get a chance of getting a piece of the cake, getting the piece of the prize pool in this tournament.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, there you have it. Currently, match number 14 going once again to New Generation. And after that match, it seems really that the gap is widening. 108 points to RGC Tranquility, claiming the number 2 spot. With a while ago, it was from a different team. But right now, still currently holding that number 1 spot will be SDMZ New Generation. And then taking the third spot, of course, is from Lons Esports and 2MS Esports, taking the current fourth spot. And the rest of these teams, they still have a chance to secure their spot. Four more matches later on. That's gonna be 2 more matches with Erangel, and the last 2 matches with Miramar. Still, it is gonna be very exciting. We will still know who will be currently taking the third spot, the second spot, and the fourth spot. But yeah, I think for now it's getting clear. New Generation is making this very, very clear that they will currently hold the number 1 spot, and they have no plans of giving it to any other teams.
Especially if they keep up that consistency rather. It'll be hard to overtake 40 whole points. Actually, it's not exactly 40, but more or less 40 points away from the number two spot. That would be Tranquility. And actually, Tranquility basically pushed away Lons Esports and 2MS. Both of them were kind of like at each other's throats on the number two spot a while ago, especially during that last match. But in the end, it's Tranquility that kind of said, hi, I'm still here. And I can basically vie and contest this number two spot. But of course, you can see the top players, the same old names. It's Zeke66, Cloud, Lusum, Najee, and Bum Bum with a lot of eliminations to their name. And we can see actually Zeke66, he still has 30 and he's still keeping that number one spot for himself. We can see a beautiful match scheduled for tonight for this decider day. SDMZ, new generation back to back. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And of course, a huge improvement in the total points is 7 more points from their Sandhawk map. And so, match number 15, there's a possibility. Once again, NG will be putting their third chicken dinner for tonight. And there's also a possibility we can see another team get that chicken dinner. And of course, there's also a possibility that we're going to be seeing a dark horse later on. But that's something that we'll find out very soon. But for now, we'll be taking a short break, and so we'll be seeing you in a few minutes.
What's up, guys? We are now back as we move on to the last four matches for the finals. We are your shoutcasters once again. I am Mike, and with me is Addy. Now, of course, Maldives Championship Contender Series Season 4. We are now down to the last four matches, with two of those being from Erangel, and the next two will be Miramar. Now, Annie, what do you expect?
Yeah, I'm really excited for the leaderboards actually. You know what? NG, of course, they managed to secure that number one spot, but then again, there are four maps left remaining. But with NG's consistency so far, I'm confident that they'd be able to keep that for themselves. However, it's number two below that I'm worried about because so far they're getting contested. That number two spot is getting contested between Lawns, 2MS, and Tranquility. And so this is something that I'm really looking forward to. And of course, we can see that the flight path's very biased towards the western side. And so there's a possibility that there would be some teams that will be picked off really early from these early game engagements, especially since this flight path is not giving these teams room to breathe.
I really agree with that, and it will still matter depending on the circle. Um, another major factor for this, if the circle is at the very right side, then it would give a lot of difficulty for all of these players because they're at the left side, and some teams will be at the middle, but they will have to move to the right and they will have to see each other. But for now, we will still wait on that first circle. The rest of the teams already starting to land deciding already. So, oh, there we go. Oh, okay. It gives them a little bit more with 70% of the circle in that a major part of the island. Some of the teams are unfortunate, however, as they are landing in the bottom part of the map.
Yeah, and so we can see everyone's taking their place in the secondary angle map. This is the fourth to the last chance of doing anything and everything to put some points to their name in the leaderboards. And so we can see there's actually several clusters of squads trying to vie for this area right here. We can see Concept against Go 2.0. They're just trading off each other, and of course, we can see that they don't have the best of guns just yet. Bum Bum in a really good situation, however, he's still quite far away from the skirmish. Open that door! Two already down, and so Concept, they're just trying to get and see, between this wall. One wrong step and then they'd potentially get picked off. So Bum Bum over here trying to see if he can find another kill. And so it's not looking good for Concept. However, three people down on their side. However, those crossfires going in. Mythic's very low on health, and he's the last person standing on their side. However, Go 2.0 loses one member. So there's not a lot of chances that Go 2.0, I mean, rather, Concept will be reviving the rest of their members. And we can see Go 2.0, they're actually finishing them off. And with that, Mythic goes down by the hands of Goat, and that would be the complete elimination of our first team so early on, not even 3 minutes into our second Erangel map.
Very unfortunate, and for Concept right there, unfortunate because they really sharing those area, and none of them were able to compensate for that, and none of them agreed to just sharing it for the meantime. But yeah, for now it seems like Lons Esports also going down one member for them. It does look very glim for them. The last member from Lons Esports is also AFK. I don't know what's gonna happen to this team. Oh no! Seems like we have all disconnected right here. Another unfortunate team would be ending their streak right now. Lons, but however, currently holding that number three spot, will probably they will have a chance to fight back later on. But for now, we'll be back into the game. Most of these teams will be going in for the looting stage.
Quite unfortunate, but there's nothing we can do if problems like that pop up. But over here, everyone else is faring quite well. We have lots of teams that they still haven't lost a lot of their lives. Of course, we can see Goat. They need to get those resets, and of course, with them clearing up the place of Concept, they have all the time in the world and all the space in the world to go and loot their places peacefully at this point. Club Leons, however, you can see here Whites is up and running. They do need to heal just a bit, but so far so good. They do have 3 eliminations already to their name, thanks to Joker over here. White, they'll be getting in the car and they'll be trying to see if they can find a better place to loot because so far they're not having any luck. However, they can see Lons Esports over there at one of the buildings. Najee is gonna be in trouble. He's gonna have the numbers disadvantage if ever they decide to take this. I'm pretty sure Najee, yep, Najee was definitely still AFK. And so that's the end of Lons, unfortunately, by the hands of Club Leons.
And yeah, there we go. 13 teams remaining, and still as we head on to the 5 minute mark of the game. Very dark for these two teams to meet their grim fate. But for now, it seems like for Tranquility, they will find a few kills to their name as well. Life will be needing some heals. Jumbo still will be needing not a lot of heals as well, but he does have it in his loadout. For now, the rest of Fen Returns will be looking for a way to fight back as they get already spotted, or they might just move out from this area. Another team to look out for as well. Um, Nothing much really, but Gold 2.0 seem to have been racking a few kills to their name with 4 points after that elimination a while ago. Still, Concept down with only 1 point, and the rest of these teams looking pretty alive, especially that they're still in the looting stages of the game. Not nothing. We can't really expect a lot of action just yet.
Yeah, and hopefully we can see some action later on. And of course, for now, as you said, we're not seeing anything just yet. Everyone's in the looting phase, and we're still stage one in the circle, so that's to be expected. For these players, all they can really do is make great use rather of this time looting, getting as much ammo and as much arms as possible. And then later on, when they have their best guns, when they have their best equipment, they can go ahead and take their place, take their locations inside of the first circle. And so, that's they have a lot of time. We're still 6 minutes into the game. Of course, we did see the demise of two teams already so early on, and so that's unfortunate for them. However, for everyone else still up and running in the game, they have to make use of this time. They have to make use of this last four chances. And of course, we can see Tranquility, they did find life, and Fen's life will be taken away from him basically at this point on an off screen kill.
And yeah, but while that was happening, still the rest of these teams with Fen returns, they will be looking for a way to fight them off guard. But it does look like they're taking control to dominate the area. But from the side of Tranquility, two of the members will go down. Say they will make it out alive right here, taking them 1v2, just ending them, confirming those skills, and actually on the lookout for a few more team members from Tranquility. For now, Jumbo Fan will take a few members to their name as well, and it does look like Tranquility will be surviving this with one member remaining, hoping to secure the kill. But for now, he'll be making it out alive.
Good communication coming in from Fen Returns. They knew that the last two members of Tranquility was in front of Fuchs and Society. He just went in and swooped in and finished off the two members that he knocked down. And over here, they're thinking about the last two members of Fen Returns. However, Maxi will be going down on the side of Tranquility. And so with that, Fen Returns actually wipes Tranquility off the map. That would be our third team down for this Erangel map.
Mm-hmm. For our other teams as well, looking at their status, still pretty much alive. Go 2.0 with three members alive. Fen returns with two after that. After that, just a brutal bloodshed against Tranquility. They managed to take down the second current holder for this match, for this tournament. But it does look like from the side of LHC, a few of the members will go down. That's gonna be Goat from the side of LHC getting taken down by the danger zone itself. That's gonna be 1 point for that. But yeah, it looks like for other team members as well, they're holding up pretty much well. Well, nothing, no major casualty. For now, new generation is also taking their time right here, probably aiming for another winner chicken dinner. But for now, 9 minutes into the game, we can't really expect a lot of engagement just yet, and it's just gonna be prioritizing their current spots that they will be taking inside the circle.
Funny you should mention because of course NG they're still up and they're running and there's a potential that they'll win the chicken dinner if they keep their consistency going. But look at here at the number two spot, it's Tranquility and Lons that have lost their place in this map, and so they won't be getting much points from this situation. And so there's a lot of chances that 2MS could surpass both of them because they're only at 101 points and Tranquility is all the way at 110 at this point. So there's a huge chance, especially over here 2MS. They have a potential engagement in the bag. TTS is pushing in to their position. But 2MS, however, what will their move be? It seems that they would be exchanging bullets for now. But 2MS is taking a lot of damage, especially from Cloaksy over here. Already on the red, but still hasn't gotten knocked down. So we're just waiting. How will 2MS respond to this gunfire coming in from TTS?
And TTS still waiting for that confirmation with their team fight if they will ever commit. But right now, it does look like from the side of the kill feed, Optical Gamers will be claiming a few kills to their name. Aman also prepared to fight them really. And the grenades going in, hoping to connect, but does look like one of the members will get injured. For now, the Aman 24 still going in for a couple of shots, hoping to eliminate some of their members, but Vasanti goes down from the side of NG, and he's just gonna be eliminated from the rest of the team. For now, three members currently alive from New Generation with still currently no points to their team. Abe also gets a kill, gets a member from 2 Easy Esports, and they're just having a hard time from here. 2MS Esports, they really have the potential right here to catch up from all of these teams, but nevertheless, they will take their time for now. Zeke66 will claim a kill on of course Neon, just waiting to confirm that one, and they did. That's gonna be 1 point to their name. They'll probably be fighting for another day, but for now, 2 Easy Esports, they will be going down as well. The last member currently alive, Chubby01, manages to get them, but now 2 Easy Esports will be saying bye to match number 15.
And it's only been 11 minutes in the game. These teams, they're out for blood. They're getting eliminated so early on, but it's not over just yet, especially for NG and Neon. NG is just trying to take position. They're hovering around Neon in their cars. And so it's not going to be easy for Neon to take them down, especially since they're moving targets. But still, it goes the same with NG. It'll be hard for them to pick off Neon at this situation. However, grenades coming in. We can see that no one's taken damage just yet. However, Neon did lose a one player on their roster. And Shady did get one elimination to their name. So, it's something that we should wait and see. How will this play out? And so, NG's Lucy gets the first knock on the situation. And Shady goes down. Needs that revive, however, Yonko's just nearby. Molotov coming in and they're both in trouble. And so this will be the end for two members of Neon, and now we're down to one last player on their roster, and they are getting surrounded by the members of NG. It's not looking good for Mixel, especially with that grenade taking half of their health. And so one more, they can push in. NG, they have a numbers advantage, and so what will their decision be? One more grenade? Or will they push in, try to get the bullets in? Mifsal rotates out of the area and gets immediately punished by Lucy, and that will be the end of Neon for this map.
There we go. Neon saying bye once again for match number 15. Three more matches, but it does look like the chances are really slim for their team. 12 currently holding the 12th spot, and it's just gonna be hard to actually climb all the way to the top 5 if they really don't change a lot of their actions for now. Now the rest of the team still back into the game, and New Generation currently alive, and they're already starting to get a few points to their name. To MS Esports, they also have the place to themselves, and it's near the circle. If there are teams that would cross this area, then they can eliminate them very much easily. For Club Leons, all of them are pretty much alive, still trying their best to get inside the play zone. And for now, it's just gonna be another moment for all of these teams to get inside the circle before they go for cover and will go for engagement. So we can't really expect a lot of fights just yet. Oh, but there we go from side of Zeron. One member goes down, another going down as well. Go 2.0 could be eliminating them once and for all. But for now, Zeron still pretty much alive at this point. The grenade going in, hoping to take them down. Still no damage, nothing clear yet, and that would not be enough. Sherry going in for another grenade, hoping to catch them off guard, but it won't just be enough just
See, actually, there's three different squads in this situation. This is Zeron versus Goat 2.0 versus Fen returns at a distance, trying to get some eliminations in the bag. And so we can see Goat 2.0 is trying to bombard the building where SDMZ Zeron has control over. And so we can see some gunshots being fired, some trades, but no one's going down. Madara taking a lot of health out. And so with that, Livads knocks him down. Needs that revive. However, Zeron's just nearby. And so with that finisher, Madara actually completely loses his life. Go 2.0 pushes in, gets another. And with that trade, actually, Go 2.0, they're still up in the running. They can revive Bum basically. And so with that, Zeron, we can see that they're a little bit in trouble as well. They're down to one player left. And so they have to think about their situation. And especially since that circle is gonna go in and basically push them out of the area. And so Sherry, there's a potential here that he can find the last member of Zero. And over here, 1 versus 1, tries to hide behind that hay bale, loses so much health. And with that, if it's not the circle that will kill him, it's definitely the bullets that Sherry's gonna get. But however, they do get trades. And so one down inside of Goat and one down on Zeron. And with that, that would be the end of Zeron. Goat will be in trouble if they don't get out of that place as soon as possible.
almost 16 minutes into the game, but we have now seen that there are a lot of teams, actually down to the last 9 teams that would be taking this one once again for match number 15. Still, for all of them, they have the chances to fight back right here, but for now, they will be prioritizing their safety. They will be looking for a place to hide, especially that the circle is shown up and would probably. Currently, 2 teams have been inside the circle. Still, all of the teams would try their best to get inside as safely as they can. But for now, it's looking good for New Generation and Velocity 9. They will try to look for potential targets in order for them to rack up their kills, but they would be also careful, especially that there are other teams lurking around.
Yeah, and I love the fact that Go 2.0 has 8 eliminations to their name, and that's a huge amount of points. And there's a potential that maybe if they play their cards right, they could cross the 3 digit mark and then potentially maybe bag a part of that prize pool. But still, we still have 4 chances. There's still 3 more maps after this, and so lots of things rather can still happen. Over here, we can see Club Leons versus Velocity 9. Jaguar's getting bombarded inside his car, losing a lot of health. V9, they can't get those bullets to connect just yet. However, we can see at the distance is all close, also Code 2.0 rather against Club Leons, and so this is 3 different teams going against each other. Bumble's gonna be in trouble! And with 3 grenades coming at you, what can you do at that situation? And with that, Go 2.0 sees their end with the death of Bum Bum.
Definitely, Club Leons also getting a lot of kills to their name once again. Could be moving to the top 5 teams later on. Still has a chance, but for now, if they really keep that up, eliminating a lot of teams from the top 5 spots, then they can really expect a lot of teams that will be moving to that. For now, back into the action. You could be expecting a lot of engagements later on as they get spotted by another few teams. The smoke goes in to try to cover the tracks. But for now, it does look like there's another team hoping to get them down, hoping to just eliminate them. For now, the other status for all of these teams are looking pretty good. TTS Esports will find 1 kill to their name, confirming that once again, and Cloud will find another down. And I think it's just gonna be a battle of LHC and TTS Esports from here on out. They find one, and each of them just finds another one of the members from TTS Esports will go down, but that would mark the elimination for LHC. Now the rest with New Generation looking for potential targets as well, but it does look like there are just other teams hoping to take them down. They do spot some teams though, but they can't commit just yet. 2MS Esports will find a kill. They will find Joker from the side of Club Leons, and the rest of the teams already on the move. Fen returns, finds one for the side of Optical Gamers, and here at this point, the Kings currently the new generation looking for targets to add more points to their name.
Yeah, that's basically what's happening right now. Lots of things happening. NG finds a situation against Fen returns. However, Lucy will be biding their time, getting that trigger discipline and trying not to give away their information just yet. However, TTS Esports over here trying to see if they can get an elimination in the bag, and he gets some damage into a player from NG. However, we can see from the kill feed something happening between these 3 teams. And so this is something we should look out for. TTS Esports, they're out in the open, but they do have the grenades to go against NG over here, who has control over a few buildings. And Alman over here, crosshairs out, and Fen returns. They might be in trouble if they get spotted. However, that's not the case just yet. NG, once again, trigger discipline. They're just waiting for the right moment to strike. Throw balls out, trying to see if they could get a good angle against either TTS Esports or Fen returns. And so far, we're not seeing a lot of progress, except that OG has also spotted friend returns, and so this is basically like maybe 4 or 5 whole teams in this situation, all the while 2MS versus Club Leons as well at the distance.
Yeah, and with now Fen returns with the last member remaining, it will be up to him to fight back and to give glory to his team. But for now, Velocity 9 will go down. Playboy getting eliminated. Optical Gamers, one of them also getting eliminated. Jaguar from Club Leons will be going down. They have the disadvantage right here, exposed to the danger zone. and the rest of Velocity 9 still up and running with the last two members remaining. Jaguar will not be making it out of here alive. Still, 2MS Esports could be making a move right here. Looking good currently for the new generations, but a grenade elimination from the side of Optical Gamers. They will find that. Still, all of these teams right here with Fem Returns and Velocity 9 with the last number remaining. Optical Gamers, the same thing as well. Club Leons with two members remaining. Zadie Fen gets an elimination per side of Optical Gamers, and it's gonna be down to the last member remaining.
Yeah, and you can see here Vaco putting a lot of damage in the bags, bombarding the area with grenades. And speaking of bombarding, Thugs bombards V9. Would that be V9? Rather, that's another squad. That was Club Leons. And with that, Thugs finds another elimination to his name. That's two whole eliminations on the side of Thugs alone. And with that, five eliminations. And so, with Club Leons, they are in trouble. And speaking of in trouble, this is between Fan Returns and NG once again. That was a 1 versus 3. Scythe's in trouble if he gets his head picked off. Especially since he's the last person standing, and with that last nail in the coffin, it's actually OG that would be finishing Fan Returns off.
And yeah, there we have it. 2MS Esports, one of their member goes down, and it could be another breakthrough right here for new generation as they're evening it out in the battlefield. They will find another kill to their name once again. Two members down beside of 2MS Esports. Optical Gamers also eliminated, and now NG looking for another chicken dinner right here. Leons getting eliminated down to the last three teams: TTS Esports, 2MS Esports, and the current holder for the number one spot with new generation. Three members currently alive. 2MS Esports alive with the three members as well. But it does look like 2MS will find a kill right there for TTS Esports, leaving with the last member remaining. Now here 2MS claiming another kill to their name, confirming those kills, and it's just gonna be the last member for TTS Esports before they get eliminated, and it's just gonna be an even battle from here on out with these last two teams.
No way. Possible third back to back winner chicken dinner coming in from the side of NG. No way. There's no way NG is showing so much consistency. But then again, let's not jump into conclusions just yet. They still have a hurdle, and that hurdle is to a mess. And so over here we can see Zeke66 trying to get some damage in the bag. And over here to MS Esports, they're still playing it safe. However, Lazy grenades out, trying to see if they can get some damage in the bag. Concurrently, they're trying to bombard the area of NG, and so Lazy will have to keep moving, and so this is risky. He's forced to go out in the open. So Cars out, he's getting shot at, lots of bullets coming in, but however, chip damage one after the other. He's also taking damage from that circle. So this is precarious. This is not looking good for 2MS. They don't have the locations advantage. NG over here with the high ground. And so, just a few good shots. Just a few good bullets. We can see Lazy couldn't connect those bullets. Zeke66, their next target. However, we can't see a lot of damage coming in. However, that goes the same as well from NG. They're not getting a lot of damage in the bag. It's the circle that's putting pressure against 2MS. And so Lazy's forced to make a move. NG, they have all the time of the world. They have actually the control over the circle. And so, Amon trying to see if they can get a push in. Trying to save Lucy. Lucy's getting balls. He tried to push in the area of 2MS. However, it'll be Lazy. It'll be knocked down first. And so within the smoke, two people on the side of 2MS. Lucy takes a lot of damage from that grenade. And so this is the last few minutes of the game. Lots of throwables. Zeke66 at a distance. Trying to see if he can get a shot in. Takes some damage. However, he trades with Thugs. And Thugs is quite low in half as well. 70%. And Lucy's still down. Amon trying to get those sprays in. Still not getting the damage that they need. However, this circle is slowly moving, and so within this boulder, 2 versus 1, Amon gets 1. And with that last bullet, Amon, however, will be going down, and it's 2MS. Oh no, it's not. It's NG that still got the back-to-back winner chicken dinner in the bag. Their third for tonight.
Yeah, there we have it once again. New generation claiming that winner chicken dinner, the third consecutive chicken dinner for their team, and they're really just doing their sending the message right here that they have no plans to give it to other teams to try to surpass other teams, and they will just use that once again to get as much kill points as they can to get the placement points all to themselves, and we are already seeing here three consecutive matches, all in the hands of SDMZ. New generation, they are on fire after that game, and we could probably see another few more wins for them. But for now, here we have the team stats for new generation. Really, it's just astonishing. They had the location advantage. They had the upper hand in that. 2MS Esports were also looking for more kills, and by that, they were punished by just being exposed to the lower ground, and they had that area right there. It was just a hard time for them to try to fight back. New generation was already setting up for the wins. They were already setting up for the chicken dinner while 2MS Esports was still busy taking those skills. But for now, here we have once again very well executed plan for new generation and how they managed to win once again another chicken dinner. And yes, here we go. At least 10,000 total healing for this match, and their MVP will go to Thugs from 2MS Esports.
Yeah, Thugs with the six eliminations and damage of 626 definitely made it hard for NG to get that winner chicken dinner. And so it's just understandable that he gets that MVP in the bag. But actually, that last moments, it's Zeke's 66 position that basically secured that win. Because even I forgot he was there at the distance just waiting for the right moment to strike. And so I thought rather that 2MS they had this in the bag, but then again, Zeke66 pops up and he wipes the floor clean of 2MS. And so still it's Thugs that managed to get that MVP. He did have 6 points to his name. However, coming in is the top players of match number 5. Coming in second is actually Mahid from OG with 6 eliminations as well. And just some few less damage against Thugs. Coming in third is Scythe from Fen Returns with 5 eliminations. And of course, coming in fourth is Club Leon's Joker with 5 as well. I believe he got five eliminations while the rest of his squad was down. And so with number 5, it is NG's Lucy with 4 eliminations and 745 damage all alone to his name.
Yeah, and yes, there we have it. Match number 15 once again, ending it right here. The rankings would be going, of course, once again to none other than New Generation with 19 total points, to follow that with 15 points from 2MS Esports. Club Leons will be following with 12, 11 from OG, and 8 from Go 2.0. The rest goes on and on for this match. Still, we will be seeing them once again for three more times before we finally conclude the winner for this tournament. And here we have it once again, the second page right there. The chances are really just looking slimmer and slimmer for all of these teams to try and even take it back. And right now they're just really doing their best to widen the gap right here from the side
Yeah.
of new generation. They're upping the stakes here. They're sending really a message that this is not just gonna be another thrilling sort of series, that people would be excited to see on which teams are gonna be heading on and claiming those top spots. They would be making this clear that they have plans to get this number one spot, and they have no plans to give it to any of them.
Yeah, just like taking a look at that gap. That is a 50-point gap from 2MS Esports in the second place. And so NG, you know what? They're pretty confident. There's only 3 maps left, and how can you overtake 50 whole points? Even if they just kind of sit there and do nothing, there's a huge chance that they won't get overtaken from that number one spot. But of course, once again, if I was NG, I would definitely not be complacent. However, that's not the same thing with top two. Once again, the overall rankings changed from top in the top two to top four spots, and these three teams are just fighting at each other, just trying to outperform each other. However, Lons Esports, we saw a while ago that they didn't have the best of luck I think they were AFK. Not sure what happened at their situation, but hopefully that will improve later on, and hopefully they can get a lot of points in the bag in their last three chances. But then again, they're already in a pretty good spot. They're still in the top four, and so the top four to top two, they're just at each other's throats at this point. Lots of things can still happen, and so it's just something that we'll look forward to in the coming maps.
And yeah, there we have it. The top players overall as well. Zeke66 claiming that number one spot from the side of New Generation. To follow that up with TTS Esports, that's going to be Cloud and Luzum from Lons. Still, 2MS Esports make it out of here in the number four spot with Thugs and Club Leon's Joker taking that number five spot. There we have it, and we will be seeing them later on once again for three more matches. That's going to be the last chance for Erangel before we head on to the last two matches with Miramar. And really, I am just excited to see on how this is going to end. Currently, right now, it's half of them. It's just filled with new generation logos, and we could be seeing them once again later on. But for now, it does look like all the teams are pretty much aware of that threat that new generation possess. And yeah, we will head on, of course, later to the last Erangel match. For now, we will be saying bye for a short break. Again, we are now back right here. Match number 16. Three more matches before we confirm and we finally start the deciding on who will win this tournament. Once again, we are your shoutcaster Moik, and with me is Annie. Now these teams right here equally divided. And looking at the map right here, it's slanted, but it looks like it's giving a lot of space for all of these teams. Now, Annie, what do you think?
So far, the flight path, it's better than the last two Orangle matches, definitely. These teams, they're gonna have a lot of choices to choose from, and they can even drop off in some of the most hot spots in the map. So you can see Hospital, Georgia Pool, the school, and even Pochinki is accessible. Even the military base is also accessible, possibly Ferry Pier as well. And so lots of choices to be had. Maybe not Stalber. It's a little bit far. Maybe not the person and Milta power plant as well. And so we'll just have to wait and see. There might be some early game engagements, but it's not gonna be as much of a big chance as compared to our previous maps.
And yes, exactly. It does look like a little bit more generous. Still a little bit on the dark side, especially that most of these teams would probably have to face them one way or another. V9 Playboy will get eliminated right there. Still, that's gonna be the first blood from Go 2.0 with Sherry. And yes, back to my point. This will probably be a lot even faster map could be because there are the circle would be situated at the south, and we would probably expect a lot of engagements with teams that would be crossing that part of the map to the south. And yeah, I mean, we could be expecting a lot of those engagements, but for now it does look like we're gonna be seeing an engagement right here with Go 2.0 against Velocity 9. But for now, Optical Gamers will go down by the hands of Club Leon's Joker, also confirming that kill right there. Bomb still on the lookout for these members from Velocity 9. And it's just going to be a very close match. He goes in, he goes out, shoots him down, and waits for another team member to help him up before he just shows up and just completely eliminates him.
And now Weaver is gonna be in trouble. He's gonna be the last person standing in that building. But Bum Bum swoops in, tries to take Naui down, but it's Kevin Ho that will be going down at this rate. Naui finally finds his end by the hands of Bum Bum. And over here, one of their members, Kevin Ho, can still get revived. And meanwhile, at a distance, it's V9 Merit that would just be standing over there. I'm pretty sure he's AFK. Doesn't know that the rest of his squad's basically dead. I mean, I'm sure if they have their communications in another app, maybe they know. And Merit, there's still a chance if he can reconnect, then he could save his squad and potentially still get to the last five teams. But it's not looking good, especially in terms of maybe some tech issues, or I suppose. But for over here, we can see Club Leons and Optical Gamers, however, they have landed, I believe, in the military base together. And so we can already see two people down on the side of OG. Club Leons are probably hunting the last two people down. And so it's not looking good for the prospects of Optical Gamers. Still, there's a chance that they can get away safely if they can just maybe find a vehicle, find some good loot, and then rotate out of that place. There's also a chance that they take this engagement against Love Leons. It's something that we'll have to see sooner or later if they what their decision is gonna be.
For now, Too Easy Esports will be looking for a place to hide, especially that they're done with their looting phase of the game. V9 as well, looking pretty glim, especially that he's only the last member remaining for their team. For now, Optical Gamers also have a low chance to win it right here with two members remaining. Still, pretty much all of the teams are alive right now. Gold with three members alive and 3 points to their name. But at this point, they would be prioritizing another location to hide and to go for cover and to go for looting, especially to prepare for the circle that would be happening later on. But for now, Fen returns would lose one member for their team, and it's just gonna be another point, and could be we could be expecting a lot of engagement for this part of that map. But for now, the other teams looking good for them. They just have to prioritize their locations and their placement before they can go for an engagement.
Yeah, just taking a look at the leaderboards, of course, you can see that everyone still has a chance in this map. No one's down just yet, not one team rather is down just yet. There's several teams that aren't complete anymore. Some people have lost their lives in the map, and for some reason, if Shava is gonna be in trouble over here, they get spotted by Fen Returns. That's life actually from Fen Returns. Life gets in a vehicle, tries to chase, and Shava tries to get a better angle at this rate. And so Shava is actually out in the open and tried to get Life, but for now we can see another engagement between Life and their squad as well. And so we can see OG versus Leon. So once again with that right, he actually gets put to the grave, and that goes the same with Mahid. And that's actually the end. That's our first team elimination for this map, and it's not over just yet. Actually, Tranquility is trying to see if they can get a piece of the cake against Club Leons. They know they just came from an engagement and they haven't reset just yet. And see, so you can see Leons is on the red. Lots of people are losing their health one after the other, but that's not gonna stop Tranquility from trying to get some damage in the bag. Joker goes down from that grenade. That goes the same as well with Titan, and with that, Club Leons gets cleaned up by the hands of Tranquility.
And yes, it does look like for Tranquility right there, already claiming their rewards. But for the side of Nenji, the current number one holder, we could be seeing another chance of them at winning this as they get 3 kills to their name. And it's just gonna be up to this last member from Zeron to get eliminated before they can get their confirmation on that one. But while that was happening, Shawa from Lons Esports will also claim that kill. And yes, there we have it. NG already eliminating Zeron. That's gonna set another movement for them, another pacing. As you know, they could be very consistent with this. Contesting with Tranquility with also 4 points as of now. But now, 7 minutes into the game, still 12 teams currently alive, and we would be seeing a little bit of a slow burn for now.
Yeah, actually, uncharacteristic of Erangel, we see three different teams already getting eliminated. It's not even the 10-minute mark just yet. And so it's not over just yet. Actually, Lons versus Life's, I mean, Fan Returns, rather. Lons is in trouble. Who's trying to get some bullets in the bag, gets those two confirmations. But however, it'll be Luzum that will be swooping in from behind. And that's actually the end of Fan Returns. And we can see Yaish can still be revived, and they can still be up and running with the three members on their roster. However, from a distance, it seems Neon's trying to be a third party at this rate, and Naji's very much in trouble. He's getting bombarded, but Bako takes a lot of damage from his own grenade, and Mifkal is in trouble as well. They're burning from a Molotov, and so Neon is in trouble. Two people needing that revive, and so Naji is trying to get some bullets in against two other players rather. And so, how can you do in this situation? However, the rest of Lons Esports is up to the rescue. Luzum very low on health, trying to get some bullets in. He can't heal just yet, and so this is a bad situation. One wrong move, and he could lose his life.
And exactly for this team right now, currently making it out of here alive with two members still on the run as they get hunted down right here. Lons Esports still also with two members remaining, just waiting to confirm that one. But another engagement happening right here as Luzum goes down, eliminated by Neon, just waiting to confirm that kill. While the rest of the teams with Lons Esports spots them and would probably try to eliminate them, but for now, still on the run. Neon, however, with four members currently alive, they could be seeing a potential wipe out here from the side of Lons Esports. Though looking at it, Lons, the last member remaining, would be very isolated from the team, which really is just unfortunate for them. But looking at the others as well, actually almost 9 minutes and 30 seconds into the game, and surprised that the teams have already slimmed down to at least 10, yeah, like that, something like that. Some with two of those teams currently alive with one member each. So it's really gonna look bad. It's really gonna look a little bit of um, discouraging for those teams, especially that they're the last member standing. So they will have to do their best to go for placement points. But for now, the rest of these teams looking pretty good.
Yeah. So Neon over here, they could just finish off Club Leon's actually. I mean, Lon's Esports rather. And so they're not doing that just yet. They're trying to lure out the rest of their squad. And so that's not going to happen, especially with some good communication. But over here, we can see, of course, the prospects of the other teams. Lots of them still has a full roster. And so they still have a chance to go and loot up the place. Maybe get some good armor and some good gear, some good arms, and just try to prepare for this last few minutes of the game. Because so far, this game's going pretty well. We're already down to 38 players, and four teams have already been eliminated off. And if Neon gets Yaish, there's a chance it'll go down to 10. And so we can see another engagement coming in. That would actually be Neon versus Lons Esports. Once again, they actually finished off actually the second to the last person of Lons, they just lost their health, and so there's no chance of getting that revive at that point. But over here, we can see it's a little bit quiet for the rest of Erangel. Doesn't seem like anyone has gotten has a run into each other just yet. And so over here, too easy, they're trying to rotate, and so there's a chance that there's gonna be an engagement against Concept versus 2MS, and so Thug's trying to get some bullets to connect, but so far he's not finding the damage that he needs.
For now, the rest of 2MS Esports, still with no points to their name, would be trying their best right here to look for the best locations to prepare later on for the late stages of the game. Still 11 minutes and actually almost 12 minutes into the game, they would be looking for the best spot for now, while the rest of these teams are still going in, preparing to loot, just hunting some few teams down. But yeah, pretty much it. 2MS is, I think they've already sense the pattern on how new generation won the previous game, so they're gonna try to imitate that type of strategy, and hopefully they could get that chicken dinner. But for now, once again, looking pretty good for most of these members. You can't really expect a lot of engagements because we're still nearing to the next stage, which is stage 3. And after just the circle will stop shrinking, then they will have the time to move. But for now, once again, they seem to be very comfortable in their spots, and yeah, no engagements to be expected.
Yeah, so far no one's losing their lives until now. NG, they're back and they're up against Concept, and so Mythic will be going down for that knock, and that's not a confirmation just yet. And so Concept, they still have a chance to revive a Mythic, and so this is something that we'll have to wait and see. Y9 crosshairs out. They spot Zeke 66. However, that's not gonna connect to him just yet. And at the distance, we can see 2MS. And with those gunshots, they probably heard. They know they have some information. Why not try to get those sprays in it? So far, none of them are taking any damage. And so 2MS in their cars trying to get a good location, a good position to take this engagement. So Concept, they have to worry about NG from a distance. TTS also over there, and 2MS as well in their vehicles. And so they have a pretty good location. They are inside this building. However, how long can they stay true? NG taking a lot of damage. They should be healing themselves up if they want their fourth chicken dinner for tonight.
And it does look like the new generation could look for another potential elimination right here. They were currently looking for 2MS Esports, and if they were able to commit to that and they're able to just eliminate them, it gives them a lot of chance to win that. But while that is happening, it does look like we're down to the last 10 teams as Velocity 9 have been finally eliminated. Go 2.0 Sherry here gets a kill from the side of TTS Esports, and would probably be looking for an elimination once again for this team. But for now, once again, very, very comfortable in their locations. Their circle is nearing, almost starting to shrink once again. And right now, just looking for potential kill points. Not really too much aggression, especially it's still early as 14 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. Still, most of these teams would be are already exposing themselves out in the open. Could be a disadvantage if they get spotted by other teams. But for now, they're really on the lookout. Go 2.0 with 3 points to their name. They have plans on just adding more points before they head on to the chicken dinner.
Yeah, go 2.0. They have a pretty good spot over here, but over there, NG versus Concept still not over just yet. And we can see Neon is actually nearby another squad. I believe it's not over for them against the purple squad on the right. That might be Lons Esports, but I don't think Lons is still. Yeah, Lons is still up in the running. One last person left on their squad. But over here, LHC versus Tranquility as well, somewhere out there in the map. Several things happening, and it's still 15 minutes into the Wrangle game. It's a very unusual on that part. But over here, we can see another elimination going in, and Manko has one elimination to his name. And so, whether or not they'll find their second elimination really soon, it's something that might not be happening just yet. Because the other squad, they are rotating away. That would be Tranquility rotating away from this area. However, Tranquility, knowing them, they're gonna go and try to get some more damage in the bag. However, Monko will have to keep on moving because that circle is slowly closing in onto their location.
And with Manko from LHC, the rest of the team's pretty much looking for a best spot to hide. But you have to take into consideration the danger zone. So with that, if the danger zone will close in on them, they will have to constantly move, and they're near a bridge. So it's just gonna be very hard for them if they try to cross the bridge, especially Tranquility is guarding in this area. So for that, all of these members still currently pretty much alive. We can't expect a lot of engagements. Right now, we're just gonna predict a lot of movements, but for now, there seems to have been they have been shot at. Tranquility is still preparing for what's to come, especially with all of these teams trying to cross the bridge.
Yeah, and so this bridge is getting gate kept. And we can see some shots coming in. LHC actually takes Ivan Titi down, but that's not a confirmation just yet. So they still have a chance, but no, the chance just got away with Mighty. So we're finally putting the last bullet against Ivan Titi. And so it's not over just yet. LHC Manko pushes in onto the area, and now Tranquility is in trouble if ever they manage to get the damage that they need. But all the while, it's Manko that will be taking a lot of damage at that situation. He goes ahead and has the chance to reset. And so LHC, they're getting that shot in. And so it will be Donnie that will be going down. Lots of damage getting taken. And so one more bullet and he will find his end. You can see Tranquility, we're down to their last member. That's actually Titan trying to hide, trying to get that survivability. Over here, 2MS is also in trouble. Thugs needs that revive. They got that opportunity, but one good grenade inside of this building, they'd be finished off. And so Shafu's trying to get some bullets to connect as well. However, he won't be finding the knocks that he needs just yet.
Mhm. And now 10 teams still pretty much alive. The map right here, it seems like most of these teams are already some of these teams are already in the circles. The rest are still at the bridge trying their best to sneak their way through that. But of course, we would really expect a lot of engagements to happen in that bridge. For now, it seems like it's a very big space for this area in the circle. So it could actually be pretty divided with all of these teams. And yeah, there we have it. It does look like the circle is not favoring with any of these teams, and we could just expect a lot of engagements later on if no team could actually get into the circle. But for now, once again, LHC going in for a heal before they move towards the circle. I mean, they are in the circle, but they're out in the open. They could be spotted that easily. Aman 24, as along with the other members from and new generation, they would be pretty much looking for a lot of kills. For now, too easy. Spots one goes to confirm the kill from the side of 2MS Esports, and it's looking pretty good for them. Zero kills to their name, however. But for now, once again, we could be seeing a lot of promising teams once again that could be getting this chicken dinner. And with that, Alman already gets a kill, waiting to confirm that 1-4 to their name once again. And while moving the car right here, Alman will hopefully eliminating some of those members from LHC, and they're just being very aggressive right here. The grenade going in, hoping to get them down, and spots another team in the car right there. And it looks like they will be pretty much to be divided by that. For now, still in this house, very much open to this one. Aman getting hit and is badly wounded. Would probably need some recovery right now. Tranquility will also get a few kills to their name, and Mighty Sui right here with LHC will probably looking for an opportunity. But for now, Lons will get eliminated as well as Tranquility.
So Bum Bum trying to get some shots in against LHC's Manko. Manko gets knocked down from all of that. And so this will just need to be finished off. Bum Bum just needs to finish the job. Spots smokes, it tries to see if he can get some shots in, but all the while lazy, one after the other, he gets concept down. One after the other, concept loses their lives. There's only one player left on their roster, but however, it's NG that will be taking Smokey down, and so we're down to just Shafu left on the side of Tranquility. Very low on health, very low on health. And NG, there's a possibility that they can finally finish their squad off. And so with that, Shafu goes down by the hands of Aman from NG, and with that, that is the end of TTS for this map. But it's not over just yet. Lucy trying to get their sprays on against Neon. And so will they find the seventh rather elimination against Neon? We'll just have to wait and see, because Lucy is gonna go on the aggressive. He's going to the front line and check to see if he can get that finisher off. And they do. They get one from Neon. Shady from a
There goes
distance
once
gets
again.
picked off as well, and with that, that is several eliminations in a row on the side of Edgy. That's actually 10 whole eliminations, and it's not even the end of the game just yet, and it'll be soon because we're down to 4 teams left.
And this is actually an exciting part of the game. The remaining teams right here are pretty much alive. Concept still with no casualty for now. Too easy. Only having one lost teammate right here. Goat still pretty much alive with the three of these members and NG. So it's looking good for Concept right here if they manage to keep this one. If they manage to really be consistent with this one. New generation, however, they managed to find a lot of enemies and they just managed to connect those shots. For now, Vasanti finds one and hoping to get the shots right in, but it won't be enough just yet. Finds another member right here from the side of Go 2.0, and we could probably go for an engagement, but they're really just being very careful right here as to not get spotted that easily. For now, Too Easy Esports will find a kill to their name. Pacific 69 moving once again. Go 2.0 will find another point to their name, but with Boko 69, he goes down, and that's gonna be an elimination once again. Concept on the move right here. Two members currently alive. Go 2.0 with two, and New Generation currently still with three members alive. Too Easy Esports will go down, taking fourth spot for now, and down to the last three key.
My gosh, there's a possibility we're seeing a back chicken dinner for Edgy. There's definitely that possibility because so far they do have the numbers advantage. Concept, they need to revive one of their members, and slowly and surely they're losing a lot of their health. One more second, and Concept will see another elimination on their side. GT, however, they already had the numbers disadvantage, and so it's so great to see that they're still alive with two members left standing right now. But over here, NG gets a finisher on Concept, and now we're just down to between
No
NG and
way.
GT. There's a
No
possibility, Mike.
way.
There's definitely a possibility with Aman bombarding this area with a lot of grenades. Sherry goes down, and it's just Kevin Ho left. What can you do? 3 versus 1. We already know how this is gonna end, Mike.
No.
And with that, the fourth winner chicken dinner of NG. What have they been eating today? They've been eating chickens so far, and with that 24 match points, they still clinched at #1 rank. You know what? They can miss the next two Miramar maps, and I'm pretty sure they'd still have their #1 spot.
A good way to end match number 16. A vehicle elimination, and the animation was just amazing. I have no words. I have really no words for New Generation. They could just get the prize right now. I'm just shook. I don't know what to really. I'm processing. I'm currently processing. Well, so Annie, take it away.
Oh no, you can see Ahmad over here already crossed the 1,000 point damage. And with 8 eliminations, we saw a while ago he wiped Neon clean from the floor. So that just gave him so many points, so many eliminations in the bag. And so that's gonna really help them in their leaderboards. But then again, you know what? Let's be honest, they don't need that help. They're already 190 points. I'm pretty sure they can, just disconnect from this tournament basically, and they'd still be in the #1 spot. It's gonna be hard to overtake them at this point. They put so much points against them, against the #2 rank. And so, you know what, NG? I don't know what to say anymore. Let's just they're doing a good job. You're gonna see the match schedule later on. It'll just be Angie, 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 Angie. You know what, Angie? I don't know what to say to you. Y'all are just monsters today.
I'm really still processing. But yeah, there we have it. Match number 16 ending almost 6,000 total healing, 54 eliminations, and 58 knockouts, one grenade elimination, a 32 assist, and the game ending kill right there with a vehicle elimination. And our MVP was Aman 24. I've also noticed him in the last stage of the game. He was actually on the roof and he was just using it to his advantage. An open area, we can't really have that higher ground advantage, but he was very creative with it and just went to hide on that roof and just spotted a lot of enemies and they just went in for the kills. And yeah, there we have it, 8 eliminations and a whopping 1,000 damage to his name. Just gonna be adding once again to probably be one of those top players overall.
Yeah, that's a whole 8 eliminations in just one game. So we'll be seeing him in the top players, of course, for this match. There's no question that it's Amon 24 with 8 eliminations and 1,000 damage to go with that. But however, look at Bum Bum with 1.2k damage and 5 eliminations. Still really good stats coming in to our number 2 player. And of course, number 3 would be Concepts 3x110 with 5 eliminations and 739 damage. Sherry from Go 2.0 with 2, and NG's Lucy 10 with 3 eliminations. And so, these are your top players for match 16 of this grand finals. Very impressive stats, especially for our top 2 players. So we can see also the match rankings. NG getting 14 whole eliminations and 10 placement points, and so that totals to 24 points from this map alone, and a huge gap from the number 2. That would be Goat 2.0 with 13 points, Concept with 11 coming in third, and Neon with 9 points at fourth. Too Easy with 6 points at fifth, and so on and so forth. You can basically kind of estimate how your favorite teams are gonna fare in the leaderboards later on. Especially with NG, we already know they still have that number 1 spot. And so it's just really exciting. NG, they probably have that number 1 spot in the bag. They probably have this championship in the bag. It's not gonna be a surprise if they do win. What I'm worried about is the top 2, the top 3, the top 4, and basically top 5 as well.
Mhm.
Because, the teams, they're just at each other's throats. I'm not sure who's gonna win.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
I I just I don't want to say anything about the match schedule and the winners currently. I don't know.
It looks like a glitch, actually.
It just everyone just watch. We have nothing to say with that. But yeah, we will be seeing you once again later on for the last 2 matches with Miramar, and probably hopefully a new team could step up.
Chicken
But
dinner.
yeah, another chicken dinner hopefully. But yeah, anyways, you'll be having a short break, and we'll see you later on.
Once again, we are back to the Maldives Championship Contender Series Season 4, the Grand Finals. And for these 15 teams, this will be the second to the last chance, the penultimate match for this tournament. Once again, we are your casters. My name is Annie, and with me is Mike. Mike, fourth chicken dinner for NG. What do you think?
Hold on. We're not gonna talk about that. Let the viewers enjoy that. It really deserving win for new generation. And yeah, that's all I can say. We will head on, of course, to Miramar, and hopefully we can get a new team right to also step up and say yes to the challenge for new generation that they have put. But for now, once again, the last two games would be for Miramar. If um new generation would win this, I don't know. I just really don't know. It seems like there would be no teams that would be able to uh say yes to the challenge that new generation is already showing.
Actually, I took a look at the statistics for this game. It seems that there's only 59 players that went into the lobby, and so there will be one team with a three-man squad. And so, numbers disadvantage so early on. It's something to worry about. However, that didn't stop Go 2.0 in the previous match. So, it's all about the execution. And so we can see the flight path is quite biased towards the southern part. And so lots of the northern areas, they're not going to be accessible except maybe with a car. And so if the circle goes to the north, then it's going to be a bad time for these squads rather. But for now, it seems that everyone's just dropping onto their locations. There's some potential early game engagements, and we can see that the circle isn't giving these players a hard time. So, it's gonna be an easy game, but not so easy as to not avoiding those early game engagements. We can see the kill feeds already making some noise, and we can see a finisher, one down already, and that first blood is gonna go to the hands of Too Easy.
And this is really expected to the circle that's favored on the south side, and even with that, a huge chunk of it is also in the water. So most of these teams have no choice but to really head on to the southern part, and they can't even go around it because there are just no waters around it, so they really have to go through that. And with that, they have to be very careful, especially that they're going to meet a lot of teams along the way. So with that in mind, we can expect a lot of early engagements, just a lot of gunfights. But yeah, for now, it seems that we have already started the bloodshed right here. Two members already gone. with one from Velocity 9 and, of course, one from Optical Gamers.
Yes, of course, and too easy. It's not done just yet. They're trying to see if they can find another pick off. But speaking of pick off, one down on the side of LHC, but they got traded off to Jumbo Fan. Jumbo Fan still has a chance of getting revived, however, but still, Jumbo Fan, they do have one elimination to their name. So I think trying to find another. However, he can't get that finisher just yet. And so, Saiti will be trying to push in the area. However, the other members of LHC, they're not nearby to go to the rescue. It's a one versus one! And of course, we can see that LHC, they couldn't do anything at that rate. And that's another finisher. However, the rest of the players of Fan Returns is in trouble. And we can see that three of them are at the red, needing that revive from Saiti, needing that rescue. But however, Saiti's just wiping the floor, and Monko goes down as well. And so with that, it's safe for that revive. Hey, come back here! I'm trying to help you, bro.
And yes, there you have it. Looking slim. The chances are looking slim right here for Fen Returns with their last member still alive. That would be their only hope. But for now, they would really have to confirm those skills, I think, before they can go in for the revive. One of their members is already dying and will need to be revived. But for now, once again, these other teams have been playing it a little bit on the low. They're not really doing a lot of much, and it's to be expected when the game is still heading on to the 4 minute mark. The rest of the teams, however, they would still probably look for some resources. But yeah, with LHC looking slim once again, that they only have one member remaining, and with too easy with two members remaining.
Yeah, and seems that Fan Returns, they actually had the opportunity to go ahead and revive the rest of their members. Jumbo Fan, however, gets disconnected. And so let's just see what's gonna be the fate of these players, especially that they need healing items. Look at their inventory. They can't get up and running just yet. And so they'll have to go to the looting phase. They do have some buildings nearby, and so they're gonna do exactly just that. And so right now, everyone's back. It's a little bit quiet in the kill feed, and so we'll just have to wait and see if there's gonna be any more engagements to come.
And with that, 2MS Esports on the move, still looking for an area to go and hide and to actually loot up because they're not yet done. But yeah, speaking about their armor, pretty much all good. It's okay. Some of them have level 3 armor, so that's good. But for now, 2MS probably preparing for the later stages of the game. They're not gonna be up too much on the aggressive side, I guess. But for now, it's hard to say, especially that those teams, they have the place all to themselves. For now, however, Club Leons seem to have been sharing this place with another team and would probably be expecting a lot of engagements later on. But for the rest of these teams, looking pretty good. Just go in for loot. Just gear up, and nothing gonna be expected really at this time with 5 minutes and 30 seconds into the game.
Yeah, and I'm actually hoping that we're gonna see a potential engagement from Club Leons and Go 2.0 from a distance. And so for these teams, they do have some guns, not the best rather, but still there's a potential for an engagement over here. You can see another member. Actually, that would be Kevin Ho. They already have a grenade in hand, and so there's a chance that they're gonna be engaging, and exactly that's gonna happen. Grenade coming in. Will that take damage so far? Not the damage that they need, not the damage that they want to see. However, this is not gonna be over. Go 2.0. They've given their location away, and so Club Leons, what will be their next move?
I think for Club Leons right here, I'll probably be playing this one very carefully. They don't really have to. I think they're not planning to be very aggressive on this one. I'm still not pretty sure though. It's really too early to say as of now. 6 minutes and 30 seconds into the game still. A little bit early on that. For now, I think they're just recognizing each other, respecting each other's boundaries, and I think that's pretty much it. The rest of these teams, however, still they have the places all to themselves. They can really just go in for loot, and yeah, seems I think it's really just like that. You can't really expect a lot of engagements for now. I think it will be a lot of slow burn for this game. Later on, we would be expecting a lot of engagement, especially that the circle is at the southern side.
Yeah, and for now, if ever there's gonna be an engagement, it's Bum Bum that's gonna be ready for that. They're in a really good position, and Joker out here with a really good scope that's 8 times scope. He's gonna be ready for any long distance shots that needs to be done. And so Go 2.0 and Club Leons, it looks like we're in a standstill. They're not initiating any further engagements against each other. And so we'll just have to take a look at that first circle. It is closing in, but a lot of these teams, they're in the clear. They're definitely gonna go into that circle just in time. And so we're gonna see some more engagements potentially later on, but for now it's gonna be a little bit quiet.
I think it will be really be quiet. But if you do look at the map right now, it seems like most of these teams are already eyeing into that circle, and we could probably expect a few engagements from here on out in just a few minutes. We're now 8 minutes into the game, still in the side of Club Leons against, of course, Go 2.0. We can't really expect a lot of them yet, but it seems like the engagement has already begun. He got spotted, Bum Bum going out in the open, exposing himself. He goes down by the hands of Jaguar from Club Leons, and he just dies from that. Now the rest will go 2.0. They lose one of their members, and it would be probably be looking bad for them.
Yeah, and look at here. It's actually just a standstill still once again. Still nothing happening, but Jaguar does have the grenade in hand. Trying to see if he can get damage in, but so far he's not finding anything just yet. And so, once again, it doesn't seem like Go 2.0 is fighting back, however. Whether or not they're just trying to bide their time, that's something that we'll have to find out very soon because so far, they're not engaging, they're not fighting against Club Leons just yet. They don't have you can see Kevin Ho doesn't have any throwables, and so that's probably understandable, and they don't want to give away their location just yet. However, Choti is out in the open. That goes the same with Boko, and that would be from Too Easy. However, looking at Too Easy, of course, not doing quite well in terms of numbers. However, they're still at it against each other with V9, and so we'll just have to wait and see. There might be a potential team wipe out at this situation, especially with so many grenades coming in. However, no one will be going down in this situation. However, that's not the same thing with Goat and Glove Leons. It seems that there's finally some progress in their area. However, coming back to Too Easy and V9, this is gonna be Too Easy with that high ground. However, he won't connect any of those bullets, and so over here, Playboy versus Boko 69. Boko disengages from that 1 versus 1, and so we'll just have to wait and see if anyone's gonna go down at this rate.
And yes, exactly for this moment here on out, Too Easy Esports against Velocity 9, and Go 2.0 again against, of course, another team. It's gonna be very clear from here on out. We're expecting a lot of engagements. 15 teams still alive, and 10 minutes into the game, Velocity 9 could be seeing their demise right here. The grenade goes in, hoping to get solid 69 down, but he goes up and he just bravely goes in, but without, of course, behind him is also on the move. Another member, he goes down, and it just both want to be a 1v1 through the smoke, and they get eliminated. The first team down, it's going to be Velocity 9 by the hands of Too Easy Esports. Club Leons also getting a kill to their team, with Go 2.0 also getting one, and it's just going to be a tie from here on out. 1v1 on this side of Club Leons and Go 2.0. Joker seems to have been moving a bit far away. So with that in mind, Einstein here from Go 2.0 would be able to revive his teammate.
Yeah, and actually, I'm seeing a trend on today's matches. There's a lot of teams getting eliminated quite early on, and I'm saying early because 11 minutes into the game, you can see the leaderboards has lost so many players already, and that's uncharacteristic of Miramar, especially Miramar, which is supposed to be a slow map. But now we're down to 45 players already, and so we can see, of course, Club Leons and Go 2.0, there's finally some pickoffs on both sides. However, it's not over just yet. We can see GT, Go 2.0, they did get 3 eliminations from that engagement. However, it's still not over. There's still one player left against them. And so over here, Zeron also finds their own engagement against Optical Gamers. And so far, Nemesis gets one a while ago. However, it's not done just yet. It's definitely not over just yet. Optical gamers, they're still up in the running, and Nemesis, he's gonna go ahead and reposition, try to see if he can find a better angle and potentially get some more pickoffs on his side.
For their side of Neon, however, still all of them pretty much intact. Only one is down. Still looking for a better place to hide in this one, but it seems like they have spotted another team right there from the distance, and they're being careful with it not to get spotted. Still 12 minutes, and of course 40 teams live in 12 minutes and 30 seconds, and it's just gonna be exciting from here on out. We would be probably be expecting a lot of engagements. We're still already in stage 2. Later on we'd be moving to stage 3, but for now they're once again still comfortable in their areas. And for the status of new generation, they're all pretty much alive. Probably playing this one very carefully to prioritize for placement sequence. But with the last number from Club Leons over here, Joker finds a kill in that one. And with Code 2.0 also going in to try to fight him off, Joker still alive with low HP remaining. The shotguns going in, both of them healing each other. But it does look like it could be very good if Joker seems to pop out and goes for the kill. But he does! Joker just waits for him to go for the aggression, and he eliminates Gold 2.0 single-handedly and avenging his teammates from here on out.
Joker gets the last laugh in this situation, and with that, 4 eliminations on the side of Club Leons. However, whether or not they'll survive the rest of this game, it's not likely. However, the important thing is they did get 4 eliminations. They did wipe out the whole team, and you can see over here Jumbo Fan trying to get some shots in against Madi from OG. So far, Madi is defending themselves very well. However, that's not gonna stop Fen Returns for trying to surround his area, and now he's in trouble. Smokes is not gonna do much, but Saiti, however, taking a lot of damage before Madi finally goes down by the hands of Fen Returns.
And if this fan returns with Savvy, still looking for another opportunity right here to fight back with, pretty much all of them are pretty much alive right here, just really looking for potential enemies, potential targets. For now, all of these teams looking pretty good, but for now, Optical Gamers nearing to their end as they have only one member remaining. The same goes for LHC and Club Leons with the last number with Joker as well. Too easy with 2 members currently alive, 2 MS and Neon with 3, and the rest with all of them pretty much alive. For now, the points, however, pretty much divided for all these teams with Fen Returns with 4, Club Leons Joker with 4 points as well, 2 Easy Esports with 4, the TTS Esports 0, and Lons with 1, and the rest with 0. However, for Go 2.0, they will be leaving with 3 points and Velocity 9 with 2. For now, once again, back into the game, 30 teams, and 15 minutes into the game, we would be probably be expecting a lot of eliminations from here on out.
Yeah, and hopefully that's gonna happen really soon. So far, we can see Fush is trying to get their shots against Zeron. But so far, he's not finding damage that he needs. But now that he's disembarked from the vehicle, he's gonna be having a hard time. He's very low on health. And Fush is trying to get a better angle, getting the high ground, and with that, just a few more bullets in, and that will be the end. However, it's Fush that will be going down in this situation. And so the tables turned, and now Fen Returns will have to go and get a moving over here. However, Concept's also in trouble. 3x10 is in trouble, and Y9 needs that revive. And so with that, the circle's gonna finish him off. However, NG666 gets that jump shot in the bag. And now, with that, Concept is completely wiped off from the map. And over here, NG, not doing well. They're down to 2 members, but still, they get that revive in the bag. And once they rotate out of the area, they can potentially go ahead and reset and get back into the game.
And for this one, Sadie getting spotted and getting downed. One member remaining from the side of Fen Returns is gonna be Jumbo. He gets into the car, hoping to get to dodge all those bullets, but he goes in, still connecting those bullets right through his body with half HP remaining. Just using these bandages to heal him up. Using these, of course, just a little bit more health, but that would be not enough for their team. The rest, however, tranquility, they spot members from lawns and would probably go in for the shots, but not connecting just as of now. TDS Esports, however, they will find two from the side of Tranquility, still waiting for that confirmation, and it seems like Shafu will be moving towards this area. Two members remaining from the side of Tranquility, and TTS Esports pretty much alive with all of the members all intact. For now, one member will be revived, and it's just gonna be up to the these three members to fight back against the remaining TTS Esports, with currently all of them alive.
Yeah, and you can see Tranquility also has to worry about Lons Esports coming in on another side. They have to worry about two different teams, and Tranquility is just sandwiched between Lons Esports and TTS. And so, with that, actually, this is a stage 4 circle, and so there's a lot of teams trying to get into this very small area. We're gonna be nearing the mid to late game now, and so lots of things are gonna happen in the snap of a finger. But for now, everyone's just taking position, trying to see if they can get a really good spot in to try to get some eliminations in the bag. Over here, Jumbo Fan does disconnect, and so this is not looking good for Fan Returns. However, we can see from the map there's a lot of potential engagements to be had, especially since everyone is going into the circle, especially with 2MS being the last team to rotate into the play zone. And you can see that the circle is closing in on a lot of open space. So this is gonna be a lot of bellies on the ground and lots of grenades potentially as well. So this is something that we should be looking forward to in a few minutes.
And the circle, no team has stepped into the circle. For now, we're expecting a lot of engagement right here. Seems like from the side of New Generation, one of their members is very low on health. Would be needing some recovery before they can make it out alive. Surprisingly, though, they have two members remaining and 4 points to their name. So I think they're just trying their best to rack up a few more points before they go down, if they ever go down. But for now, it does look like we're gonna be expecting a lot of engagements. All of these teams right here pretty much alive. Neon getting killed right there with, of course, Sniper from the side of Lons Esports, with Shava waiting for another head to pop out, but he gets spotted right here. The shot's connecting, low on health. He goes back and he goes to recovery before he goes in for another round of bullets. For now, TTS Esports on the move. Still, Neon healing his teammates up and reviving them while they are on cover. For now, the rest of the teams still pretty much alive. Looking good for Lons Esports, especially that all of them are alive. TTS Esports as well. And for now, it seems like Fen Returns will take one down once again from the side of New Generation. The grenade goes in with for the side of Fen Returns, hoping to take them down. But for Optical Gamers right here with Abe still looking for potential threat. But here, Jumbo Fen will go in for the peak. The shot's trying to connect. And surprisingly, here we have Fen Returns able to end the journey right here for a New Generation in match number 17.
Yeah, we're gonna be seeing another team in the match schedule finally. But with that, Tranquility also gets eliminated from this picture. And so we can see 2MS in the minimap trying to get into the circle, and already TTS Esports trying to get those shots in, and Blazy's getting bombarded, and one after the other his health goes down. Very low on health. And 2MS, they're taking a lot of damage. The other players rather, they're also taking a lot of damage. It's not looking good for their side, and they just rotated into the area, and Lons Esports from a distance gets that shot in, and Too Easy finally meets their end.
And yeah, there we have it. 7 teams remaining, 20 minutes into the game. The shots going in. Lons Esports lose them, leaving, of course, his enemy with low HP remaining. The grenade going in for the side of TTS Esports, hoping to get him down, and he does put Lons down. Yash will need some revive right there. Molotov going in as well to try to take him down, and of course deny some access to a lot of allies from Lons Esports to help him up. But yeah, for now, Shava will try to take him down with a sniper, but he gets hit instead. We'll have to hide behind this boulder right here to heal himself up. And now that the circle is almost closing in once again, the teams have been recognizing each other and respecting their potential.
Yes, and we can see actually Lazy. They're only down to two players, and so 2MS they gotta play it safe. You definitely have to play it safe. They're hiding behind the shed, and Vaco is actually out in the open. They have a vehicle in hand, trying to see if they can find any potential pickoffs. But it's a risky move. It's definitely a risky move, knowing that you're out in the open. Abby over here, just as I was saying exactly that, they are out in the open, but they have a zero on in their crosshairs. Abby takes a lot of damage, however, and that would actually be the end of Optical Gamers. And would that be? No, it's just the end of Abby. It's TTS that will be eliminated off. And actually, no, I was completely right. OG completely loses their lives. Jumbo Fan, that goes the same with him as well. And so we're down to 4 teams and 9 players left on this first Miramar map.
And there we have it, the last four teams right now. New teams, new familiar teams right here. Neon currently alive with the last member remaining. 2MS following that with two members right here. Zeron and Lons with three each. And it's just going to be exciting from here on out on which team will reign and, of course, claim this winner chicken dinner. For now, Zeron once again moving with a few of these members still currently alive. Lons Yash will take one down from Zeron, two members remaining, and 2MS would probably join into the fight right here. But for now, the Grenades just going in, hoping to get a few members down. And it does. Zeron getting another elimination right there. Lons Esports getting a few kills to the name. 2MS also gets a grenade elimination, hoping to confirm that one. But for Neon, he spots one. He finds from the side of Lons Esports. And now 2MS could be on the move. But fourth place will go to Neon right here. Zeron, Lons, and 2MS with two members remaining on each team. Who will win the chicken dinner?
Yes, that's definitely the question. This is going to be between 2MS, Zero, and Lons. And with that circle closing in, some of these players are going to have to be forced to go out in the open. Nemesis throwing some throwables. Lons, however, answers back as well. And so Nemesis, after this smoke, he's going to be out in the open. And those shots are going to come in. But so far, nothing happening just yet. But this is gonna end really, really fast. And Nemesis takes so much damage from Vaco from a distance. And so Vaco claims that, but gets traded off immediately. And Lazy, the last person standing 2MS, trying to get some shots in against Lons Esports. But this is a 2 versus 1. It's not good prospects. Throwballs coming in, and with that, that is the end. And Lons Esports clinches that winner chicken dinner, the first one in Miramar.
And yes, there we have it. A new team has joined for today. That's gonna be Lons Esports claiming the winner chicken dinner for game number 17. Overall rank would be putting them to the number three spot. Match points with 20, a total damage of 1,634. 10 total eliminations, and there we have it. Total points with 126. Lons Esports finally stepping into the game right here and says yes to the challenge of new generations. And here we have the stats for them. That's gonna be 416 damage from Luzum, the three eliminations, 593 damage from Shava from the team as well, with Yaish with 353 and two eliminations, and of course N4J right here with 272 and two eliminations.
Yeah, very good stats coming in from Lons Esports and decent amount of eliminations as well. And so over here, once again, the match summary for match 17. We can see lots of eliminations, no vehicle eliminations, however. So for this first Miramar map, finally see Lons Esports getting the chicken dinner for the situation. And of course, we can see the MVP is actually from Fen Returns. That would be Jumbo with 5 eliminations and 509 damage coming in from just one person. And take a look at those heals. He basically resurrected himself like 4 times. That's a 442 coming in for Jumbo Fan. And so great survivability and lots of survival time coming in as well. And so, you know what? I'm really excited as to how this last map is gonna go because this was their second to the last chance. And so, for the teams vying for that championship, they have one last try left later on.
And yeah, once again, marking this game right here, Fen returns with Jumbo as the MVP to follow that up with Vacox from 2MS Esports, Cloud from TTS Esports, Shava from Lons Esports, and Sadie from Fen returns. So here we have the top players for match number 17 and would probably impact their status as well to the top players overall. But for now, you will be witnessing them once again to the final match later on Miramar. And Probably we could it's really thrilling to see those teams that will be claiming the second, third, and the fourth spot, and which teams that will be moving to the LAN event. And even though some of these teams are really aiming for it, they could actually be a part of that land event, which should be happening also very soon. But for now, we'll be enjoying them once again with match rankings right here. 20 total points from Lons Esports to follow that with 11 points from 2MS. Fen returns with 11 as well. 8 points from Zeron and Neon with 7 points. Too Easy will follow with 6, and the rest goes on.
Yeah, and of course we can see decent amount of points coming in from Lons Esports. That goes the same with 2MS and Fen as well. Zero, Neon, they're all in the single digits, but still, it's good. It's a lot of points to go in, especially if you're trying to get as much points as possible to qualify for the LAN event, perhaps, or maybe to get a chunk of the prize pool. And so these teams, they're doing quite well. However, will it be enough? Will it be enough to secure a spot in the top teams and potentially get a a cut of the prize pool? Because there's only one match left. It's only one more Miramar map left. And so for the likes of NG, they don't have to worry about anything. But for the rest of the teams, especially for those who haven't solidified their rankings just yet, it's something that they should be worried about. Especially since, once again, the ultimate match, the last one later on, after, of course, this match.
And right here we have it. These teams once again making the name for themselves as we'll move on later to the last match. But for now, still looking at the second page of the match rankings right here. Looking pretty good for all of them. Still, some of will be beating with their demise right here, and will probably be looking at a really small chance to be a part of the top few. But for the rest of these teams, their goal is to really just hold on to their spot and to defend it with all of their lives to have the chance for the LAN event, and could be once again surpassing some of them to get as many prizes as they can. But yeah, there we have it. Finally, a new team steps up and says yes to the challenge. But looking at all of these, still amazing to witness that all four of these matches are from the side of New Generation. Of course, you'll be heading on later to the last match of today and the final match for Season 4 Maldives Championship Contender Series. We'll be back in a short break. Once again, we are Shoutcasters Moik and Annie, and stay tuned.
This is it. This is it, Mike. The last match for this grand finals. You are tuning in to Maldives Championship Contender Series Season 4. Not only the last chance for these 15 teams to get as much points as possible, this is their last chance to put their name up into the leaderboards. And it is also their last chance to qualify for the LAN event, 100K prize pool, because this is season 4. This is gonna be their last chance, definitely. And so once again, we are your casters. My name is Annie, and tonight with me would be Mike. Mike, what's up?
Well, thank you so much for that, Annie. And I am just as excited as you are, as we are finally about to witness the conclusion for this finals from three group stages down to these last 15 teams. And finally, we'll be seeing some of these teams that will be claiming their top spots and will be moving to the LAN event. And I am just really excited. This is going to be the final match, the most important match of all time. And for this season, once again, I am just as excited as you are. Most of these teams are just probably aiming to be at those spots, and also new generation looking good for them as they are able to hold on to the number one spot.
Yeah, I mean, that's no question. That's definitely no question for NG. But over here, let's take a look at how this game could potentially go, because this flight path is still in, like, it's still quite in the middle of Miramar, but still it's a little bit biased towards the southwest of this map. And still, these teams, they still have a lot of places to go about, and then they have a lot of space for everyone for 15 whole teams. But still, there's a chance that we're going to be seeing some early game engagements. And you can see the circle is actually closing in to the southern part of this map. It's closing in on Los Leones especially, but there's still a chance that that circle might go, to the north, or to the northwestern part of the circle. So it's something that we'll have to wait and see what's gonna happen later.
I think at least half of these teams are already in the circle, so it gives them a little bit more freedom to explore a lot of areas to go in comfortably and just to hide and just use it for cover. The rest, however, we'll be expecting a lot of engagements, and we do right now. Go 2.0 already getting their first elimination right here, first two, by the way, and we're reviving his teammate, and it would be looking good for this team. For the others, once again, they have all their resources. They have a little bit more freedom in this part of the map, and they would just probably maybe look for a safe haven later on.
Yeah, and so that's the plan. It's definitely the plan right now. However, all eyes once again on Go 2.0 and V9. V9 is not having a lot of luck. They keep finding these early game engagements. And so we'll just have to wait and see if there will be anything happening. But Hishan, from a distance, from the side of LHC, they fall off to their death. Actually, it's not their death just yet. They just get knocked down. But we'll just have to wait and see what's gonna happen. What's gonna be their fate? Because so far, if their team is out there, they can have that revive in the bag. But however, Velocity 9 reviving is out of the question for their two players. Bomb, what are you doing over there? Playboy punishes you for just standing there, and now they could get that finisher off, especially since High is just over there. So Playboy, they have a chance to heal up. However, I'm not sure what's gonna happen to him. What's gonna be his fate? Because so far, he still needs that revive. He doesn't get finished off. And so over here, taking a look at Zeron, they already lost one player on their side. And over here, NG, all eyes on them. They have OG on their sides, and so one after the other, OG is losing a lot of health. However, they have a chance to heal up and potentially take this engagement against NG. So NG, It's not their high ground of OGs, definitely not stopping them from going on the aggressive. Abby goes down from the grenade of NGC 66, and with that great grenade elimination, that's a 1 feet. However, Simba, very low on health, is gonna get punished with just one bullet for just peeking. And with that, that's actually the end of OG by the hands of Zeke 66.
And yes, definitely. Right now, SDMZ new generation claiming, of course, a few points to their name. Still, the rest of these teams are looking pretty much alive. V9, however, will go down. Go 2.0 once again, making it out of here alive. The rest of the team needs gonna be revived right here. But yeah, aside from that, no teams are against them right now, so they will be able to fully recover from that. For Club Leons, I don't know what happened, but they're looking good with that. Still, the rest of these teams looking pretty good. I'm surprised that 4 minutes and 30 seconds in the game, we have seen a lot of engagements already. Already, two teams have been eliminated, but for now, I think we'll be back to the slow burn part of the game because they are comfortable with their areas and they would not really risk it this early in this map.
There's a potential so over here with Tranquility and another squad nearby. They're gonna go ahead and run into each other, but so far they're not doing that just yet. And so maybe Tranquility, they still have a lot of time to go about their business, go back to the looting phase, and go on and mind their own business. That goes to say with a lot of these teams, especially since it's only Zeron that's down to 3 people in their squad. Everyone else, actually, Tranquility also has 3 people in their squad, and everyone else, they're still quite safe. However, it's not the same thing with LHC and Zeron. Both of them get their trades in the bag. One down on each side, one knock rather on each side. However, Nemesis, he's trying to get some engagement, some damage, and Busbus is actually gonna go down by the hands of LHC. However, Tranquility versus Club Leons as well on the other side of the map. However, let's take a look at what Nemesis is gonna do at this rate. 2 versus 1. There's a smoke coming up. LHC, they're trying to push
Ooh,
in, and
look
it's
out.
Nemesis that will be going down in this situation. And with that, one more person at the distance. LHC gets those shots in so easily. And with that, would that be the end? And that is the end, actually, of Zeron by the hands of LHC.
And yes, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Down to the last 12 teams. Very, very carefully at this point in time. All of the teams are just giving it their all. It's just gonna be the last game for their lives right here for season 4. Tranquility finding a kill to their name as well. And yeah, most definitely the rest of these teams are just finding kills from one point to another. Concept managed to find one as well. And with Mifsal right here, he finds an enemy, but he has to move out because he is just low on health. He has no loot whatsoever. He only has guns and just he's just weak at this point. The rest of the team still managed to look for another area to go for safety.
Yeah, and so safety it is. But that's not gonna be the same thing for these 3 squads in this small area. What is happening? It's only 6 minutes in the game, 7 rather. And now we can see Club Leons versus Neon going against each other. That goes the same with Concept and Tranquility as well. With that last bullet, Concept actually wipes out Tranquility from the map. 3x110 gets an elimination in the bag, but however, they have the crosshairs against Club Leons as well as Neon, and so potential vehicle elimination, that's not gonna be the case. Y9 disembarks from the map, and so 2 versus 2, that would be actually the end of the 2 members from Concept. And with that, no, that's not the case. It's actually Neon that will be wiped out from this situation, and Mythic walks away, the last sole member standing of his squad, and is getting bombarded by Club Leons. It's not over just yet. Mythic is hanging by a thread, but he manages to get out in time. But what can you do when you're between Club Leons and the circle? And with that, from a distance, it's actually too easy. With a plot twist, that's the one who's gonna be ending Concept.
Definitely. For now, down to the last 9 teams in a very fast way. For a last game, I am really surprised. 8 minutes into the game, and we have already seen 9 teams remaining. And yes, this is what I said a while ago as well, that they have all of them will have to move to the bottom part of the map, and they just have to beat a lot of people. So for now, there's just a lot of teams that would be ending it right here. Looking good for new generation still. LHC with 4 points as well, and Go 2.0 still all pretty much alive. All of them are alive at this point. Leons, however, with 5 points to their name, but only two members remaining.
Yeah, so too easy. They're still fresh into the game. They managed to get two eliminations, however. But over here, they're just trying to see if they can find some potential pickoffs. They definitely won't be finding that. And they'll have to keep on moving if they want to get into the circle. As you can see, they're actually 900 meters away from safety. But they still have a lot of time. This is still stage 2, and if that circle starts moving, they still have a lot of leeway to move about. But now, at least they have some vehicles in the bag, trying to see if they can get those pickoffs. But of course, they won't be finding any of that. And so, now they have the opportunity to keep moving. They're gonna go ahead and rotate, try to secure a spot within the safe place, within the play zone, rather. And then, without, they're gonna go ahead and get some loot first, and then eventually they'll be preparing for any future engagements.
And yeah, there we have it. Too easy, Pacific 69, the rest with the members as well. But for now, New Generation will find a lot of kills to their name as well, just confirming those ones. But for now, Go 2.0, one of their member will go down. We'll be needing some revive right here. And still, the rest of these teams will have to end it right here. Though, for TTS Esports, they will be sharing this one with Go 2.0. Finds Sherry down, and of course, another member will have to be faced with a lot of bullets for now. Bum Bum will be waiting for a lot of information before he can go in for the engagement, but it does look grim right here, especially TTS Esports right here, especially with Aku with a grenade going in, hoping to get them down. And it's just really amazing at this point. It's just so fast. Bum Bum also finds Smokey right here, still low on health, would be needing some recovery for now, but the shots are coming in from Shaku. TTS will take them another kill to their name. Still looking good for all of these teams. It's just gonna be Go 2.0 against TTS Esports. LHC will find a kill from Fan Returns, and Smokey will find that kill. Aku as well going in for another, and it's just gonna be up to the last member of Go 2.0 to try to clutch this. For now, LHC will also manage to find kills on the side of Fan Returns, and it's looking pretty bad for their team, especially that they got two members remaining. LHC losing one, just needing that revive. But TTS will confirm those skills from the side of Go 2.0.
Now it looks like they're on a hunt for Bum Bum, the last person standing, and Go 2.0. And TTS, they all have four, actually only three members left standing, but still, that is a numbers advantage coming in for the side of TTS. They're closing in on the position of Bum Bum, and so Smokey, they just have to peek into this area, and potentially this is a one versus one. Bum Bum doing that quick heal. Smokey, however, he has a grenade in hand, and so Bum's gonna be in trouble sooner or later. None of that damage actually hitting Bum Bum, but over here, Smokey gets punished by Bum Bum, and now it's Aku left to clean up the job, and with that revenge, Smokey gets revived, and however, it's go that would be going down on their last map for Miramar.
12 minutes into the game, and now 8 teams remaining. We could see a fast end right here. Looking good for all of these teams. Not New Generation still looking pretty much alive, but for now with Too Easy Esports, looking at the map right now with Too Easy Esports still looking for a way to go in, to seek shelter and to go for cover, while the rest of these teams right here are looking pretty good. Lons, however, on the center of the map, and near to the circle, sorry. But yeah, been looking pretty good for them. Club Leon's getting hurt for that. The rest of the team still pretty much alive. New Generation with 4 points, and all of them pretty much alive once again. LHC with two members and one needing some recovery with 8 points to their name, and it does look good for all of these teams right here. Too Easy, however, only has two. Fen returns with 1 point, and the last member remaining. 2MS with three members alive with no points, and Lons with still no points.
Mhm. And it looks like for these teams, they still have a chance on bagging that winner chicken dinner. We're down to 24 place, and so this is gonna go down really fast, especially once these teams rotate into the play zone. And so far for now, we'll just have to wait and see what's gonna happen because Fen returns, finds an engagement against LHC, who's just losing their life from a distance by Manko. Manko, however, is quite low on health, half in fact. But still, it's a good risk to take because if Fen returns, gets completely wiped out by the hands of LHC. But they'll have to keep moving because this is a stage 3 circle and they're still near to the safe zone still. They could go ahead and walk and get a car and potentially get into safety. But now it's LHC. They have 9 eliminations so far. It's looking good for their side. And so still they're down to 2 players, so they'll have to keep an eye out of their on their survivability if they want to make it all the way to the top 5 and potentially get some placement points in the bag.
Definitely. And with that in mind, these teams right here are pretty much just being careful at this point. The last match to this season four, and we could be seeing a conclusion for this one. However, it will take time, especially we're still at the stage three. The circle will still close in a few seconds from now. And 7 teams pretty much alive at this point, looking pretty grim for LHC with 2 members remaining, and also Leon's with 2 members remaining. Still, the other teams looking pretty good. All of them pretty much alive at this point. But a very commendable play for LHC for having 9 eliminations to their team.
It's very good statistics coming in from LHC. They have a good start and they're definitely riding on that momentum. However, there's still 22 players left standing and there's still 7 teams. However, that's going to change quite fast, especially with the rate that these players are going. Still 15 minutes into the game and already there's only 7 teams left. And so everyone's just really excited for this finals. A lot of these teams, they already lost their chance on getting any points in the bag. But however, Monko finds thugs from 2MS. And so this is potential engagement against these two teams. And so look at that. Thugs goes down. Yeah, Vako completely gets eliminated. However, there's still 2 players left on 2MS. They still have the opportunity to revive Thugs as well. And so, Lazy's just being lazy over here. That goes the same with Cloak Z. They're just waiting for the right moment to strike. All the while, TTS does the same. They do have the high ground, and they could potentially get some pick-offs from this high up in the mountain. And so that's exactly what they're waiting for. However, they won't be finding any eliminations just yet.
And yet, there we have TTS Esports Accurate here, still looking for potential targets. 2MS Esports playing this one very carefully as to not get spotted, but LHC Manko will find a member once again. 10 points to their name. It's just amazing. Still, 2 members are trying to keep this one alive and trying to keep them afloat. And the rest of these teams right here are pretty much doing the same thing. NG with 4 eliminations to their name was playing this one very carefully. I think they're aiming for a winner chicken dinner once again. For now, the rest of these members with TTS Moki, Alman from New Generation, they're actually sensing another pattern right here for New Generation is they're using the high ground right here to secure their location later on for the late stage of the game, which would require a lot of hunting, and if they have the higher ground advantage, then it just gives them a lot of easy win. And with that, of course, you get a lot of good loot as well. For now, TTS Esports will fall once again, needing that kill validation in order for their points to be added once again.
Yes, that's definitely the plan. You have to get a lot of points in the bag, especially since this is your last chance for this grand finals. And so far it's TTS that will be trying to get those trades, and Akku, however, takes some damage, and so they'll have to go ahead and reset. However, on the side of TTS, they have given away their locations. They are still getting bombarded by bullets from a distance from Lawns Esports. Lawns Esports, however, they need to get those eliminations in the bag because so far they don't have any just yet. That goes the same with 2MS. And so, just waiting. And we all know they're out for blood. They definitely want those eliminations. And Yash is getting shot at and he gets knocked off his car. And so Yash is in trouble. He needs that revive. Smokey is trying to get that grenade in the bag. And still, however, there's still several players left on Lons Esports. However, Yash loses their chance to get that revive. However, Lons Esports, I'm sure they want that revenge shovel. However, goes down. Not looking good for Lons Esports. They're down to two healthy players left. Naji taking a lot of damage. And NG rotates into the area, tries to get a piece of the cake. Naji almost getting picked off. However, Lucy disembarks, tries to get that shot in, and so that's a knock. However, with that gun, he's gonna get that finisher. Naji finding their end by the hands of Lucy.
And now 17's remaining. Aman 24, very low on health, would be needing some revive right there. Say Sainti of Vasanti will get an elimination to their name. Too Easy Esports also doing that as TTS Esports, but once again, Lucy ID right here still looking for potential targets. The rest of TTS Esports will be looking to revive their teammate right now. Looking good as well for LHC with two members currently alive and 10 points to their name. TTS, however, will need to revive their teammate. NG, as well as Too Easy Esports, is also looking good for them. They're all alive at this point. And so just Solid 69 gets an elimination right there. Zeke 66 will also follow his footsteps right there, and that would mark the elimination for TTS Esports. Now, New Generation still alive and intact with all of the teams still pretty much doing the same thing. Too Easy with Chubby 01 already down, Lons eliminated, and it's just down to the last five teams. Now, who will win the last chicken dinner for Maldives Championship Contender Series Season 4?
That is the question that needs to be answered because now we're down to five last teams. This is LHC, NG, Too Easy, Leons, and 2MS. Will NG find their fifth chicken dinner? That's one of the questions that needs to be answered as well. But so far, 2MS is not looking good for them. They're down to two players. That goes the same with Leons as well. However, LHC, it's also the same for them. They are down to two players. But however, NG, they have the numbers advantage. That goes the same with Too Easy. We still have three players left. And now everyone's just taking position. We can see some crossfires coming in, especially from NG trying to get those shots in against Too Easy's Pacific. However, they can't find the damage that they need. Boko, crosshairs out, going against 2MS. However, he won't find the knock that he needs. Still trying, and Loxy takes a lot of damage, and Lazy is still right behind. He can get that revive if ever he needs it, but however, we're down to 12 players, and so Jaguar gets knocked down by Lazy all of a while, and so it's not looking good for Leons, especially there's only one healthy player left.
And yes, there we go. Leon's White Sea right here, hoping to get him down, but he goes down, caught off guard by Vasanti, claiming that elimination right there for the side of Leon's, and now down to the last four teams. Too Easy with two members remaining, 2MS with two, and LHC with two as well. We could be looking at another winner chicken dinner for the side of New Generation, as all of them are pretty much intact. One of them goes down, will need some revive, but it will be too late. Three members versus two. It's just gonna be a lot from here on out. They're just battling it out here for the higher ground and who gets to stay at this spot and who gets to claim a lot of these kills. Lucy ID gets another kill from the side of LHC, now down to the last member, hoping Manko will actually turn this one around. The grenade goes in, hoping to catch them off guard, but they will not. For the side of LHC, however, they will try to reposition to not get spotted that easily.
Yeah, and LHC, they're doing quite well. They have 13 eliminations to their team's name. Manko, the last player standing, however, doesn't seem to have the opportunity to revive X. However, we can see a team elimination. That would be 2MS saying goodbye first from amongst the top four. And so we're down to three more teams. NG still up in the running. LHC down to one member. Too Easy still with two players left. And so good chance coming in for NG and Too Easy. NG just lost one of their players. And so with that, this is between the three teams. Manko trying to get a lot of grenades to get some damage. However, he's not finding it just yet. Zeke 66 takes a lot of damage. That goes the same with Lucy. They'll have to reset before Monko goes in and barrages them once again. But so far, Monko doesn't get that chance. He gives away his location, and so whether or not NG will be pushing in to that area, that's something that will be finding out really soon. But however, Too Easy also has their own story to tell. Lucy's very low on health, and Chubby's trying to get those shots in the back. However, Lucy disembarks, hides behind a tree, very low on health. However, he prioritizes getting that grenade, and Chubby throws in, trying to get some damage. However, he is hanging by a thread. Chubby's almost eliminated from the game, and so he'll have to reposition. Lots of
Ooh.
things happening. Lucy going down, and Zeke66 will follow. And that's the
Ooh.
end of NG. Now this is between Too Easy and LHC.
And yes, definitely LHC 1v1 with Too Easy Esports. However, still pretty much alive at this point. Too Easy Esports just need to, of course, fight this last member from LHC. That's gonna be Banco. He gets into the car. He exposes himself. That's just gonna be a very hard play from here on out. He tries to dodge those bullets, but he just puts himself out in the open, tries to catch them off guard. But once again, Boko 69 will go down, and it's just gonna be a 1v1 from here on out with Chubby 01 versus Manko. Who will win the last, of course, the last game for this championship series, season 4? Once again, they go in, the shots try to connect, and here we have it. The winner chicken dinner will go to LHC Esports.
And that's considering the fact that it was a 2 versus 1 with LHC at the disadvantage. Still, Monko cops up and gets that winner chicken dinner for his team with match points of 25 and total eliminations of 15. They end with total points of 116, and so that should be a decent amount of points to prop themselves up to one of the top ranking teams for this grand finals. And you can see the individual team stats: 6 whole eliminations going into LHC's X, Monko with 5 coming in second, and Goat with 4 as well. Look at the damage done by Monko, Goat, and X. X has 956, Goat has 795, and Monko with 443. That survivability just giving the 10 placement points to LHC's side.
And yes, there we have it. Our match summary for the last match for the season. Once again, 58, and for both knockouts and eliminations, 6,585 total healing. 4 vehicle eliminations. Wow, that's a lot. 3 grenade eliminations and 30 assists. A really great way to end and to wrap up this season's championship contender series.
Yeah, I agree with you right there. That's a great end to our grand finals. And in fact, actually, this series itself. And so, of course, the MVP will go to none other than LHC's X. Because considering that damage, it's no question whatsoever. 956 damage and 6 whole eliminations. And considering the fact that LHC has 15 total eliminations, it's a good chunk from just a one person. And of course, all of them contributed really well. And you can see exactly just that, because 3 members from LHC get into the top players for this final match. That would be X with 6, Goat with 4, and Monko with 5. Coming in second, however, is Zeke66 from NG. Household name, always popping up with 4 eliminations and 734 damage. And fifth place goes to Too Easy's Boko69 with 3 eliminations and still 674 damage. A lot of damage coming in from just one player.
And yes, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the top players for match number 18, and of course, our match rankings, leading once again with LHC 25 points to their name, to follow that up with New Generation with 15 points, and 14 points from the side of Too Easy. Following would be Club Leons with 8, and TTS Esports with 7, and the list goes on.
Yeah, exactly. And so, what I'm really excited about is, of course, the last leaderboards and the final leaderboards for this tournament. However, with these points, you can pretty much, guess who's gonna come up first place, who's gonna come up second place. Actually, I can't really guess the second place and below, but first place, I have a name in mind, but we'll have to confirm later on. For now, you'll just have to look at the match rankings for this match alone. Of course, decent amount of points coming in for LHC. So you can expect that their rank is just gonna jump up a huge jump. And so really excited for that. For now, we just have to be patient. This was the last match. That was the last chance for these 15 teams, and so we're all looking forward to how the fruits of their labor will come out too.
Mm-hmm. And yes, there we have it, completing once again the decider day for, of course, this match. Four matches going into the SDMZ's new generation, following with Lons Esports and LHC away to end the series. And once again, it's just gonna be exciting to see which teams have will be moving to the LAN event and which teams have managed to win it once again. And I'm really excited to see that. And I think all of you are as excited as I am. And once again, your teams right here, that will be moving to the LAN event, they would be needing your support, especially that it will be coming soon, but not, I think it will still be announced. But yeah, they will have a chance to be part of the LAN event. And I believe, it's of course another exciting event to witness. But yeah, here we have our match schedule for SDMZ NG taking those 4 wins, and the rest, of course, with LHC and Lons.
Yeah, and so that completes our grand finals. We have finished 18 matches, and with that, we're just, you know, computing just a little bit to see how this will all go about. And actually, of course, our overall MVP would go on to none other to NG's Zeke 66 with average eliminations of 2.22, average damage 461, assists of 0.67, knockouts of 2.39, matches played, of course, all of them, average heals of 240 now 41, and a whooping 40 total eliminations spread out to 18 matches. So this is absolutely a beast of a player. And we keep seeing Zeke 66 pop up again and again and again and practically just hogs that number one spot in the top players every single match. And so it's no wonder that he is the overall MVP of this grand finals. And so once again, congratulations to Zeke 66 for getting 40 whole eliminations for his team.
And yes, there we have it. Our second runner up. That's gonna be going to Lons Esports with a one winner chicken dinner, and of course 91 total eliminations, 37 total placement points, and a total of 128 points. Congratulations to once again Lons Esports. Is gonna be, of course, Najee, Luzum, Oyaish, and Shava.
Yes, congratulations. Lawns Esports, they do have that consistency in the bag, and that just resulted to their second runner up in this contender series. And so, although they only had one winner chicken dinner, still that's a decent amount of points coming in. And first runner up, however, will go to 2MS Esports with two winner chicken dinners, a 71 total eliminations, 65 placement points, and a total points of 136. That would be, once again, 2MS Esports coming in with Thugs, Ivanko, Lazy, and Ploxy as well. Congratulations to our first runner-up of this Contender Series Season 4. And you know what? This is gonna be the champion. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone knows who's gonna pop up. But still, you know what, Mike? Let's go get that drum roll in. And
Oh
of
yes, here
course,
we go.
our champions for this Maldives Championship Contender Series Season 4 would be none other than SDMZ's NG New Generation. Six whole winner chicken dinners with a total eliminations of a whopping 118, placement points of 91, and total points of 209, crossing that
Wow,
200 point mark. And
wow, oh my
so
god.
that is Vasanti 666, Aman, Lucy, and Unknown 69. Congratulations once again.
Congratulations to SDM's new generation for winning this, of course, Maldives Championship Contender Series Season 4. And there we have it, the overall rankings. Them once again leading that one, to be followed by 2MS Esports, Lons Esports, and RGC Tranquility, and of course, LHC at the number 5 spot. And, the list goes on and on.
Yeah, exactly. You can see how well these teams did, and you can see the gap actually between NG and 2MS. That is immense. That is almost 70 points in gap away from the top one and the top two. So that's just a crazy amount of performance coming in from NG. However, 2MS did a great job as well. That's 156 points, and that's still a sizable amount of points away from Lon Esports coming in third. And so Tranquility does come in fourth at 119 points. And LHC lags behind only by 3 points actually from Tranquility. And so, congratulations once again to these wonderful teams. And thank you so much for participating in this tournament. So, even though you didn't place high enough in the overall ranking, still, it's a nice experience to come home to. You've managed to survive at this rate, and it's not easy to even get a chance into the finals. You survived the group stage, and so with that, congratulations once again to these 15 teams for participating in the grand finals.
And yes, of course, for these teams, the winners, again, New Generation, Lons Esports, 2MS Esports, and of course, RGC Tranquility, the current fourth rank holder in this season. They, four of these teams, they will be joining to the LAN event, and we are just excited to see them as they battle it out with the rest of the winners from previous season.
Yeah, and I'm really excited for those as well. And so after this, it's the LAN event that we'll be really looking forward to. And a whole new prize pool as well. And so that's something that everyone should be looking forward to, especially to the four teams that will be moving up and competing against a season 3, season 2, season 1's top 4 teams as well. And so once again, congratulations to everyone who participated. And for those tuning in, thank you so much for supporting the event. And of course, we can see the top players. Zeke66, we already know he is the overall MVP, but coming in second is actually TTS Clouds. 30 eliminations, a 10-point gap from Zeke66. And so coming in third is GT's Bum Bum with 24, and as well as Aman from NG with 29 eliminations. Lozum coming in fifth from Lons Esports, however, with 26 eliminations to their name. But taking a look at the damage, there's a decent amount of damage. However, Zeke666 definitely stands out with 8,312. That is almost 2,000 points away from Bomb Bomb at third with 6,812 damage.
Exactly. And a really good way to end this is just celebrating with these top players. Once again, these are your top players, and of course, the four teams that actually won in this season 4 will be up for the LAN event that will be battling it with other winners from the previous season. So we're excited as you are to see them once again battling it out, and it's just gonna be a great way to end season 4, especially with the last day of the finals. Just a lot of chicken dinners from these teams. And once again, we will be seeing you soon. And thank you so much, everyone. Like and subscribe, of course. And once again, we are your shoutcasters. I am Mike, and with me is Annie. And you will be saying goodbye.
Goodbye.